You both remember? Jeez, why can't I remember? Even the drunk people remember what happened. Why couldn't you, Yoriko?
Hanade is on Yoriko's ass.
Because your brain has more air bubbles than last night's booze.
Alright, what is up guys? We're back with another video. We're about to start the trial, the investigation, and the trial of chapter 1 of Danganronpa Another 2. Took me a minute because I had some things going on, but it was a little bit of a delay to get this video edited, but I'm just excited to get straight back into this. So last time you guys remembered? Alright, this is future me again. I am so sorry I have to do this to you guys. What ended up happening, I'm just gonna say it again. I ended up doing the stupid thing. I was in the zone recording this entire video, and part of the text in the gameplay of the entire trial was cut because when I went to alt enter in full screen, and because I zoomed it in OBS like it was supposed to be just like a regular screen, some of the thing is cut. Now it's not going to affect really much of anything because the trial is going to go on smoothly and everything is English voiced. So like the text on the bottom is going to be half cut again like normal. There's going to be during the gameplay while I'm playing, the truth bullets that I'm going to pick, you're possibly not going to see those at all, but I was pretty much on top of my game on everything and I fucked up. So you're going to still get a good experience besides the screen on the bottom pretty much fucked up. So I'm actually tight because I recorded that shit having the time of my life, 3 hours worth of footage, all fucked up because of what I did. So yeah, wonderful. Which just means that the screen or what I do in my OBS, I'll make it to in a resolution to where even if I alt enter and go full screen to enjoy the experience of the game, it's going to stay as is and there should be no problems, no issues, whatever. I'm done with that shit, bro. I'm tired of how I just keep fucking that up every time I zoom it in to make it be like in the screen correctly. And then that's what happens. So I'm apologizing now because in this entire video, basically, some of the text is cut off, like English voice act. So luckily they're voice acting the entire thing, so you're really not missing anything, but I fucked up. So now if this was sub, I'd go back and fix all that, or like by fix all that, I mean I would have to replay the entire trial again. But luckily chapter 1 and chapter 2 are both dubs, so chapter 2 no fuck ups, and then definitely will be 0 fuck ups for chapter 3s and beyond. I can't believe I messed that up. So thank you again, and now back to the video. Last thing I'm sure you remembered was our boy Yuri is slumped. He tried to be Nagito 2.0. That shit was not happening in this game. So we gotta investigate and figure out who is the one that did this. So we're gonna do a quick recap of the Monokuma file real fast. The victim is Yuri. Estimated time of death 7:30. Corpse is found on the first floor of the Uehara Bell Tower. Left calf was pierced by a hook, sharp cuts all over his body, piercings on his right calf. Other than that, the victim's bones in his neck, spine, right knee, and left arm are broken. This man they launched his ass up and just bobbled him around in that bell, I'm assuming, and just fell down so hard. Goodness gracious. Estimated cause of death was blood loss and trauma from bruises all over the body. That's tough. All right. Let's go ahead and do first thing. I can start down and go back up. Let's do that. Let's start down. Setsuka, is this investigation going smoothly? Ah, Rara.
What is it?
Well, about that, I just found something strange. Something strange? Come follow me for a second. This is the entrance to the bell tower. Do you see that thing in the bushes? That thing? Ah, this is... Why the fuck would someone have a life jacket? And I'm pretty sure no one uses this to take a swim. Don't you think this is something the culprit might have left behind? It's very close to the crime scene. After all, why would they need to use a life jacket? Look carefully, Rara. There's a hook grappled to the life jacket. Oh, you're right. And this hook. Yup, the same one we found in Riri's calf. I still don't know what exactly it's used for, but it was definitely used in the murder. Setsuka, by all odds, this is crucial evidence. I thought so too. Let's keep this in mind. Life jacket that seems to have been used by the culprit, but for what purpose? Tethered life jacket added to the truth bullets. Okay. All right, back inside. Wow, I don't know why someone would need that. How's the investigation going? Trying my best. What about you? Me too, kid. Stop thinking about Yuri's face.
Sorry.
But I shouldn't act weak like this. I need to do this since it has a lot to do. I need to do this since it has to do with all our lives. I agree. Yeah, I'll keep trying my best as well. Yep, keep at it, bro. All right. Let's do. This is liquid. Oh, there's some sort of liquid on the ground. What is this? I wonder. I didn't have the guts to taste this, so I crouched down and smelled the liquid. It smells like some sort of chemical substance.
Hey.
Sir, what are you doing crouching on the ground? There's some kind of liquid here. Oh, that's an anesthetic solution. Anesthetic solution? This one in particular is quite often used in medical surgeries. It's used for general anesthesia. How do you know this? I've smelled quite a lot. Kanade, you worry me, bro. Did you spend a lot of time in the hospital or something? Moreover, the fact that this is here, the culprit used it, right? But the liquid alone wouldn't have been enough to render someone unconscious. Don't worry about it. I already went and confirmed that this one of the needle shots is missing from the infirmary. I went to go check as soon as I found that an anesthetic was involved. The culprit must have used the shot to inject Yuri with the anesthetic. That's pretty damn impressive, Kanade, but scary at the same damn time. Did you also know that the shots can be precisely measured to know how much you want to inject? In other words, even an amateur can control the amount of time that the victim will be unconscious. I know that the culprit utilized that, but it's definitely an important clue. I'll add that to my notes. But I have to say, you've completely changed, Kanade. Your actions and your way of thinking, it's almost as if you're used to this kind of thing. I mean, after seeing Yuri die like this, I hardly been able to keep myself together. Used to it? Oh no, I just read a lot of mystery novels. I mean, you're too damn good to just be reading a lot of mystery novels. And if I panic, poor little Ibiki will only suffer more. Even though Kanade's personality took a creepy 180, her account definitely brings us one step closer to finding the culprit. I mean, she ain't wrong. That is also true, but it's really, really scary though. She's still my favorite character, regardless. Anesthetic solution added to truth bullets. Kanade's account added to truth bullets. Okay, cool. Let's check out both those accounts. Let's see how Hibiki's doing. A person is dead, for real? But I feel the most actually happened. I'm scared. Oh man, she's losing her mind. Raw? Sora, the fact that Yuri died, it's hard to believe. There's nothing we could do about what's already done. I know, but it feels so surreal. It's like this isn't even real life anymore. Right, we need to stay positive. Even more importantly, in a time like this. Yuri seems like a dangerous person, and he wasn't that helpful either. I guess it's a relief he's the one that died. I think you're crossing the line. Besides, that sounds far from optimistic. Oh my, bad. All right, let's do Nikkei.
Hey.
Yo, is this investigation going well? Trying my best. While I'm on the lookout, I'm also writing a summary of the case. I'm definitely gonna publish this in the future. Even though a murder just occurred, it's like the ultimate journalist. It's just like the ultimate journalist to act like this. And how's Mikado? A murder at last, Miss Sora, of course. You look really excited.
I'm just kidding around.
Why would I not be? We can finally begin the main event of this killing game, the class trial. By the way, I do plan my best to figure out the culprit and the murder trick as well. The first murder has filled me with enthusiasm. Sure, do your best or whatever. Okay, let's check out these wires. Oh, what's this? Some long thread-like stuff is scattered all over the floor. Up top, upon touching it, it feels much sharper than normal thread. Are these wires? They're so sharp you could probably cut your fingers just by holding them. I instinctively knew that this must be what the cause of all Yuri's cuts were. If he was cut by these wires, it would definitely explain the state of his body right now. The cause of death was definitely from falling, so this isn't a murder weapon, but it still seems like it's important. I'll add it to my notes. Sharp wire has been added to the truth bullets of the handbook. Okay, cool. Let's do already did Monocro. How's he doing? Yuri, he might have been a weird one, but he definitely did deserve to die. No one in this world deserves to die. I feel bad for not building a closer bond with him. I feel that, Hajime, I definitely do feel that. All right, let's go to Shinji. Shinji, is everything all right in the crime scene? Sora. Yeah, everything's perfectly under control. I guess with 3 people watching this place, the culprit can't touch a thing. By the way, Sora, maybe this is just me, but about Yuriko, please stop stuttering and speak normally. It's hard to get anything out of from you. About Yuriko, I don't know. Isn't this a bit strange? You say she's suspicious. She seems different than before. I've been jogging with Hajime every morning, but today he was late because of some business. So I spent time inside the monocruise. As soon as the morning came and the doors unlocked, I saw Yuriko heading outside right away. Yuriko went outside as soon as the doors opened? Of course, I had no idea where she went, but she was odd and she looked even more suspicious now. Come to think of it, we found Yuriko at the top of the bell tower. If by chance she's not the culprit, then how did she get up there? I can't be sure if she's the culprit, but she definitely is connected to this case. Thanks, Shinji. I think your account's going to help us a lot. Oh, Sora, why are you grabbing my hand all of a sudden? Ignoring the stuttering Shinji, I added his account to my notes. Shinji is a bro. And the shyness in him. All right, Shobai. Hey, you there. Yeah, you, the girl with the white hair. Huh? Me? That's strange. You of all people calling someone over there? That never crossed my mind. And white hair? Isn't that a bit rude? Sort of makes me feel old. Whatever. I just want to tell you something interesting. You were thinking that the hostess over there is suspicious, weren't you? Huh? The hell are you talking about? Huh? Are you talking about Yuriko?
It's useless.
Come on, you can't fool me. Your face says it all. Well, about that, there's something interesting I want to tell you. I happened to see her walking over to the bell tower just this morning. What? Not only that, she's also holding a rope in her hands. You know, like the one attached to the dead body right now. The culprit did that, but why would Yuriko bringing... Oh, well, I don't know anything about that. I'm just testifying what I saw. Yuriko went to the bell tower this morning with a rope in her hands? That slightly says that Yuriko is the culprit. There's no way I can know for sure until the trial. I'll take note of what Shobai said just in case. Shobai's account added to the truth list. It's suspicious. We getting some interesting info. There's a spiral staircase that leads up to the top of the bell tower. It really goes up high. Damn, that's a lot. Bro, you go up. It takes you forever to get up this damn staircase. It really does go high. It doesn't even look like it goes that high from outside. Yuki and I took these stairs to the top, but the only thing we found there was Yuriko. I thought for sure the culprit would be there, or maybe Yuriko is the culprit. I can't jump into any conclusion yet. We got to see all the facts first. Whatever the culprit did, they definitely pulled Yuri. So at one point, they definitely went up these stairs. If I consider the height of these stairs, it would probably take at least 5 minutes to climb them. 5 minutes? Oh, so you got to go up a lot. So when did the culprit actually go up these stairs? Spiral staircase added to the truth bullets. Okay, cool. Let's go up top to see what's up here. Okay. This is upon this section of the spiral staircase here. I realized something odd. What are those wires? I think they were wires like the ones on the first floor. When I touched them, I could tell they were the ones. They were one and the same. They're connected to the walls in the spiral staircase. Look closer. They weren't only strung from the bottom to the top. Wires were hung across the wall in intervals. They all already been snapped. So that means the wires from the bottom floor must have been hung up before. These were definitely set up by the culprit, but why would they go outside of their way to do this? I have no idea, but I'll still take note of it. All right, nice. Broken walls added. And then large bell. It's an enormous bell that decorates at the top of the bell. I still can't believe this bell tower is literally still hanging on by a thread. Like this, that I feel like with the way they were describing how it was hanging on this tower, like it could just enormously fall and low-key kill everybody down there, but I digress. Huh? There's something odd here. What are those? Those looks like traces of some sort. Looking from the bottom, it looks like something was swept through the top of inside the walls. I wonder what made those traces. I recall that before Yuri fell, the bell rang. Could it be related to that? I never looked inside the bell, so it's possible that those traces have always been there. Even though I was unsure, I wrote it down in my notes. Marks on the bell. Awesome. All right, so we got that. I think there's nothing else here. Let's go back down. And now let's check on Yuri's body. It's Yuri's body. How did he, no matter how creepy he was, end up like this? Yuri, I'll find the culprit, I promise. I guess I need to inspect the body if I'm going to find the culprit. Oof! Yuri's dead body was a dreadful state. His whole body was dripping in blood and all his joints were broken and twisted in an obscure direction.
I guess it's because he fell from so high up.
100%. There's a huge hook stuck inside his left calf. It's so deeply rooted that it won't budge when you touch it. And connected to that huge hook is a
So
rope.
the culprit pulled Yuri with this rope all the way to the top floor, then dropped him.
Low key, what I should have done is investigate his body first and then go see everything else. But you know, I just wanted to. I thought I could just look at everything else and then I finish off with him. Even at a glance, this rope seems quite strong and sturdy. It would take a lot of force to
I
cut
get
this.
that the culprit pulled him up with the hook and the rope, but what's with the wound on his right calf?
Yes, this has to be the wound from outside. I think from that jacket, possibly. First glance, it looks like the same hook made this, but there was a different hook to both calves. I'm not sure what the culprit was thinking, but I'll write this down just in case. I didn't find anything else that wasn't already on the monochrome file. I figured there might be some sort of big clue hidden on the body, but with the exception of the fact that the rope and hook were used, there was nothing like that. I guess I investigate somewhere. Hook with rope and added to the tree bullets. Calf stab wounds. Okay, so I did show by, I did him, did wires, did the body, did the liquid. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. Ah, right, where are you going? Hello, Setsuka. I'm going to go look elsewhere. I know the murder happened here, but there could be clues other places, right? Alright, in that case, I guess you visit the guest house. It's right next to the bell tower. You may be able to find something thanks to our party last night. I see, alright, thanks. Alright, let's go to this. Boom. I don't think I need to check the store since Kanade already did that for me. About like what medicines they use, because I'm gonna go check the store. Alright, let's see. Oh, Karuko or Kokoro, my fault. Sora, so you decided to come here too. Since the guest house is so close to bedtime, I thought I would check out clues here. Good idea. The guest house does indeed have some clues. You should find them. Let's see. What do we got here that we should look at? Let's go upstairs to the party. Okay, first off, glass bottles. Glass bottles with some liquid inside of them. They're probably from last night's party. The smell is still lingering. I don't know how people manage to drink this stuff. One sip, but I was already feeling dizzy. I was smelling all the bottles when one of them suddenly caught my attention. Oh, wait, this bottle is... Inside the bottle is the sun. Does that mean this isn't alcohol? So someone in the party didn't drink and purposely... Oh, that's gonna be... Okay, that's a clue. Everyone was there, so we don't know who, but someone was supposedly, I would assume, is supposed to drink, but didn't actually drink. Instead of having them sell like alcohol, the bottle sell like nothing. That's the hesitation. I drank it. It really doesn't taste like anything. This is just water. Bottled water was amongst the bottle of alcohol. Maybe someone just wanted to drink water last night, but I should take note of it just in case. Gonna be some key clue. All right, Ruko. I saw it. What brings you here? That's my line. What are you doing here? Nothing much, but you know, the murder happened right after the party last night, right? So I figured the party must have had something to do with the murder. I came here for the same reason. Hey, Sora, when do you think the culprit decided to kill Yuri? When, you mean? I mean, there were 6 people who stayed up last night drinking yesterday, including me. Actually, there was a period where Yuri was alone. Maybe that's when the culprit took their chance. So Yuri was left alone last night? Yoruko, do you think you could explain in detail what happened last night? Well, after we sent you away, we kept drinking and partying. Of course I wasn't drinking, but the others were drinking non-stop. They were fully drunk. Eventually, nighttime came, so we were forced to head back to Monocruise, but Yuri said he needed to use the bathroom and that we should leave without him. So you left him alone? Come on, Yoruko? Wait, he wasn't completely alone. The 6 of us were there together, but we need to hurry because we didn't make it back before nighttime we get locked out. To be honest, things were out of control with me trying to take care of all the drunk people that I don't even remember some of the details. Someone definitely went with it, but I can't recall who it was. So you didn't check if he actually returned to Monocruise, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't even know if he made it back. I could never have guessed at the time that things would end up the way they did. I was being careless. It's okay. I guess asking the other students if they saw Yuri to go into the ship last night might be a good idea. Anyway, Yuri was definitely alive until we drank yesterday, so maybe that will help. Also, and this is just in case, but you're not the culprit, are you?
What are you saying?
Of course not. Why would I be the culprit? I see. Well, I'm sure we'll all talk about this whole mess during the class trial. Thanks to Yuruko's account, we might be able to know when the killer went for Yuri. Alright, Yuruko's account, add to the list. Alright. And that should be all the evidence.
I'm
Wonderful.
pleased that you're all investigating so rigorously.
Oh, I'm so excited.
However, your time is now up. The investigation has ended.
Don't have a lick of a clue on how this culprit could have done this, but we'll figure it out.
We will now commence the class trial. So please, gather at the entrance to the class trial room on the first floor of the monocruise.
Sounds good to me. First floor of the monocruise. Okay, I know what that says. It seems like the investigation time is over. We all did our best, but we can't be sure as to who the culprit is until the class trial. We need to do this. We need to trust everyone's ability. We need to hope that we can solve all the mysteries in this case in the class trial. Monocruise first floor. He must be talking about that door. I should hurry. You're all here.
Hey.
You're late, Sora. Let's place again. I'm late. Sorry about that. We were worried about you. Why were you so late? I came as soon as I heard the announcement. Maybe it's because you're the culprit, right? Shut up, Hibiki. As if. Hibiki, you can't say stuff like that to poor Sora without any evidence. Yep, see, Kanade already has the right mindset. It's like what Kana said earlier. Either we expose the culprit or we all die. Those are our only two outcomes. If we mess this up, we're all dead. What happened to us? Just yesterday we were partying. How did this come to this?
That's just how
We
it
don't have the
is.
time to think about that. If we give it up here, we won't be able to survive. Wait, is this the class trial room? It's not like how I imagined it would be.
Good grief.
No, this is only the entrance classroom trial. See that elevator? We'll be taking down the class trial room.
Hey!
Take that down? Down where? Aren't we on the cruise ship?
This is stupid.
Yeah, whatever. Let's get this over with. You're pretty damn laid back considering all of our lives are in danger.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Everyone seems to have gathered, so let us waste no time in getting started.
Sounds good.
Now, the thrilling, the extreme class trial.
Oh boy.
Everyone, please enter the elevator in front of you and make your way to the class trial room. As you might have already realized, you cannot escape from the class trial.
Yep.
Face it head on, using what you learned in your investigation.
I swear, Monochrome, he just has so much aura.
Now let us begin. The first class trial of the Utsuroshima field trip of mutual killing.
Let's get it. So we're really doing this. I don't want to go down there. Are we really going to be able to find a culprit? It'll be really bad if we can't. Dang, Shinji, are you okay? You know what? Bring it on. It's not like we can escape this anyway. Like that positive. It's like what Big Bro said. If we put our heads together and discuss this, we'll find the culprit. The culprit who killed Yuri. Let's find them no matter what. It's starting. Once you go down the elevator, there's no going back, no running away, no giving up. But I'm not alone. I need to survive through this with everyone. Alright, let's go and talk with everybody real quick. Let's crack this case down to size. Let's do it in fashion too. That way we can decorate the front page of the newspaper tomorrow with this juicy scoop. I've been in a courtroom setting before, but this is my first time to actually try. Will I do well? We'll see. Yoruko, it's really starting. I guess I should put some thought into this. Indeed. Mikado, I don't want to die either, so promise I'll do my best in the class trial, even though you set this damn shit up. Hajime, we either do this or face death. What's done is done. If we can't avoid it, at least try to overcome it. That's the right attitude, broski. Shobai. Oh, it's just because someone died? What a waste. This man don't give a shit. Aroha. This isn't the school life I wanted. I know I want to stay positive, but we can't in this situation. Setsuka, let's discuss this as much as we can based on what we found. We must find the killer. Shinji, class trial, whatever it is, just bring it on. I'm going to overcome it all. Like that mindset. Yuki, we can't run away after coming this far. Let's find the killer. Let's indeed find that killer. Kokoro, let's go. That's the right thing. And lastly, the twins. Will I be okay? Kanade, we'll get out of here alive, right? Of course, you have me. All you have to do is stop worrying and wait for me to solve this for you, Hibiki. Okay, that's everyone. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit started. Is everyone ready? This is it. Okay, here we go. After making sure everyone was in the elevator, we pushed out on the button and door shut. We felt the elevator beginning to descend. Oh! The elevator made a loud sound as it slowly but steadily descended. Normally everyone would have been talking to each other, but the vibration of the elevator seemed to make us all mute. It alerted us off the class trial to come. The elevator's sound grew loudly, almost as if it made fun of all of our fears. Though we may never see the light of day again, crossed my mind, all of our minds, but we couldn't let that happen. Whoever killed Yuri wasn't going to get away with this. As everyone had their own thoughts of what may or may not happen, the elevator came to a screeching halt. Oh man, this trial room looking nice. What is this place?
Not bad.
Woohoo, you finally arrived. Welcome to the most advanced facility of the Monocruise, the class trial room. Oh, I like what you've done to this place. Very impressive. This feels like an actual court or something. I assume you already. I also assume you all know there isn't any running away from this. Let us begin. Everyone, go to the stands with your name on them.
Very well.
Excellent. Your solemn expression tells me you're all going to face this with the appropriate resolve. Now let us begin. The first class... Oh, I love his laugh. The first class trial of the Utsuroshima field trip of mutual killing. The class trial is finally starting, and all of our lives are on the line. If we win, we'll live and the blackened dies. If we lose, the blackened will live and we all die. In other words, no matter what happens, someone will face their death here. I can't let those thoughts cloud my vision. I need to focus on the class trial right now. Oh, Yuri, the ultimate spaceman. He's no longer with us due to his brutal murder. He may have been uncooperative, he may have been a terrible person to men and women alike, but... Okay, first off, let's stop that BS. He was not terrible to women at all. Only men. But he was still our classmate. It's like Emma said, if this killing game hadn't happened, we'd all been such good friends. The culprit, the one who did this terrible thing to Yuri, is among us right now. This shit is so clean! Various thoughts intertwine and the curtains finally open. A trial of death. A lie of life and truth. A betrayal of life and death. This is so fire. The truth of life and death. The excuses of life and death. The trust of life and death. Oh, they got this man Mikado looking like a menace in this one. A matter of life and death. The class trial. Ooh, this is gonna get crazy. The save, obviously. Yup. Boom. Oh my goodness. Okay. So before that, before that, let me go and skills I can do. Increase maximum influence, of course. Enable save after each phase / minigame. You are an absolute maniac if you don't equip this on. I need that. Boy, I do not want to... Yeah, every phase, I need that. Double the damage. Let's see, do I have any other skills? Oh, that's it? Alright, so that's all I really have enough for anyway. Alright, cool. So, increase max influence by 1. Doubles the damage inflicted and reduces reload cooldown during TTS, which I don't know what that is, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so got those equipped. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna view over these truth bullets real quick one last time. You can skip over to this timestamp for the trial to begin. Okay. Okay, so we already know victim found in a body. Lab cuff has been penetrated by a hook. There are markings caused by the scrapes. There's sharp wires all over the body. Additional deep wounds besides his external wounds, his neck, spine, everything was broken. Ultimate cause of death was from trauma and blood. So he didn't even die from the fall. He died by all the blood loss he received from going up the top, I assume. The hook that was found stabbed into Yuri's left calf. A long sturdy rope is attached to the other end. The culprit likely used the hook to immobilize Yuri and used the rope to pull him up the tower. A huge stab marked in Yuri's right calf. His left calf was penetrated by the hook, but what could have caused the wound on his leg? Okay. Sharp wire that spread around Yuri's corpse is so sharp that it hurts your fingers, if you even just hold it. It could be assumed that the markings and bruises on Yuri's are due to these wires. Okay. As you ascend the tower, there are cut wires along the walls and various heights. The culprit probably set up the wires using the stairs, pulled Yuri up to the tower to cut him using them, but why spend the time setting these up if they were just going to drop him dead? Okay. This fire staircase connects the first floor of the bell tower. The stairs are the only way to get to the top. Since the tower is quite tall, it takes at least 5 minutes to get to the top. No matter how fast they are, whatever the culprit did, they were definitely on the top floor when they did it. So we can assume they got up to the staircase. there's a mystery mark on the huge bell at the bell tower. Whatever the mark is from, looks like it was a scratch from something. I'm not sure how a scrape like that ended in such a strange place. Leftover bottles. This is the one where I believe that there's water. So someone used water and mixed it up with the liquor. Okay. A life vest was found in the bush next to the entrance of the bell tower. Attached to it is a hook that looks a lot that was stuck in Yuri's leg. It even had cut rope tied to the end of it. Without a doubt, this life vest was used in a crime. So, anesthetic solution that was found stained in the body. According to Kanade, it's a general anesthetic used for surgeries. The culprit probably used this to knock out Yuri. Kanade said that this could be the scale syringe that went missing in the infirmary. Apparently, you can control the length and the potency of the anesthetic by noting the scale. Since we found the anesthesia around Yuri's body, there's a strong possibility that the culprit used the syringe to anesthetize Yuri. On the morning, Shinji waited for Hajime so the two of them could go jogging. While he waited, he saw Yuruko exit the monocruise immediately after the morning hours. Why did Yuruko leave the ship as soon as the ship's doors opened? Yuruko gave a recap of last night's event for those who partied too hard. Just before nighttime, the remaining partygoers made their way back to the monocruise. However, Yuri went off on his own to use the bathroom, so he didn't go back with Yuruko. It's possible that it was during this time that the culprit targeted Yuri. Shobai saw Yuruko go to the bell tower with a rope. Could it be the same rope that was used on Yuri's body? Okay, I think it's everything. Alright. Then for the most part, I think I'll be alright. We'll see though. Let's begin this shit. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's get it.
Firstly, allow me to briefly explain the rules of this class trial.
It feels so good not having to speak. Boy, I don't remember the last time I've had to speak in so long. I could just let this trial just smoothly go by. Let's get it.
The results of the class trial will be decided solely by your votes.
Well, no, I lied. Other fan games did have that. It's just this game only has trials 1 and 2 with English, and then the rest of them I have to yell. But thank God for Danganronpa another. I ain't gonna lie.
If you manage to correctly identify the blackened, only they will receive punishment. But should you vote incorrectly,
they'll all be punished.
Everyone except for the blackened will be punished, and they will be able to escape this field trip of mutual killing.
So it begins. The class trial. One of the people here brutally murdered Yuri.
Well, first and foremost...
Wait a minute, Monocro. There's something I'd like to ask first.
Oh, Kanade, what's up?
Oh, and what might that be?
Accomplices. Can there be accomplices in a case?
Bro, she's on top of her game. I fucks with her.
Good question. Whether or not there are accomplices will be a huge factor in deciding the culprit.
A good question indeed. I guess it wasn't specified in the rules. To be blunt, there can be accomplices.
What? So it's possible?
Okay.
But in theory, only one person gets to actually leave the island anyway.
Okay.
Of course. The rules even say that only the first murder counts if more should occur. In other words, without any reward, an accomplice is no more than another tool for the culprit.
Agreed. Kokoro.
They'd gain nothing from assisting the culprit after all.
So it's just a waste. It's a waste of time to be an accomplice.
Even if they succeeded, they'd be unable to escape the island alongside the blackened. More importantly, they'd still face the same execution as the rest of us.
He's got that right.
Wait, what's that?
Oh, that. You don't need to concern yourself with it. It would have been Yuri Kagorin's seat, but it's rather sad to just leave a blank space there.
Shobai, like, probably, thank God.
It's an awful sense of humor you've got there.
It really is.
Wait, something's off about this. What's that empty seat over there? Whose is it?
It's exactly what it looks like, an empty seat. There's no need to concern yourself with that either. You're very interested in the petty details, aren't you?
Come on, Monica. We've been through these games before. You can't tell me that you designed this entire damn room and said, yeah, let's leave this one empty seat with no one in it. Of course there's something gonna go on, but we we won't know till later on, I bet, because there's just no way.
Questions are fine, but shouldn't you be discussing the murder first?
No, let's go and get this started.
Right. This place is extremely unpleasant. I'd like to leave as soon as possible.
Agreed.
It might be the last place you ever see if we don't figure out who the culprit is.
Say such terrible things! Wait, all of you. Do you mind if I say something before we begin?
The floor is yours.
Huh? What is a Kokoro? I know who the culprit is.
This is what I was talking about. Didn't I tell you guys? I said she probably asked that first question in the beginning, and when she asked that first question, she immediately knew who the culprit is, just like that. Goated. I'm telling you, if Kokoro continues on in these games, we're never losing.
What? Are you serious?
As serious as we can be, my brother.
Who is it? Who's the culprit?
I know who the culprit is, and I know exactly how they did it. So I'll give them the chance to speak.
The entire details. Bro, her talent is amazing.
Give yourself up now. Perhaps then I may understand that you regret your actions.
Ooh, assertive.
Anyway, and it's better to confess rather than have it dragged out of you.
Agreed. Yuki's like, what the hell? Bro, I was like, shit.
Nobody's confessing.
Yeah, honestly, you expect them to do that, Kokoro? They not going to.
Obviously. What kind of idiot would tell the truth? They'd be sentencing themselves to death.
Yep.
All right. We'll do this the hard way.
So who's the culprit, Coco?
I can't tell you that right now.
Even she wants us to go through this trial.
What? Why are you screwing around? Just tell us. We don't know who it is, so just tell us so we can get this over with. Like Sosie said, I don't want to be here any longer than I have to be.
Would you be able to comprehend it, even if I did tell you? I would be lucky to be believed. I sense that a few of you are suspecting me already.
I wonder why.
Your powers of observation are truly outstanding.
It's miraculous.
This is a class trial. All of our lives are on the line here. We need to find a conclusion that everyone finds acceptable.
Agreed.
So that there is no doubt who the culprit is when we all cast our votes. Figure it out for yourselves as much as you can. I'll help you if you get stuck.
Bro, and we have her on our back pocket. We're chilling, bro.
This is totally suspicious.
Why is that, Hibiki?
Hibiki, don't dismiss her when we haven't even started yet. What? What's with that condescending attitude, huh? Do you think I'm an idiot? Oh, sis, your mood's back up again.
And then she turns to the weakling.
Duh, of course. I don't want to sit around moping forever.
That's why I like to see Hibiki.
I'm really scared, but I'll do whatever it takes to stay alive.
Bro, I'm telling you, these twins, I really fuck with them. I'm not gonna lie. They are truly so peak.
I see. That's good, sis.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, the personality swap is insanity. When Hibiki can't get her mood up, Kanade takes over. When Kanade notices Hibiki's mood is up, then she goes right back to, oh, let me be quiet. Like,
Let's get started then.
like, bro,
Wait a moment. May I say something as well?
what the fuck do you want, Mikado?
What is it now?
That's what I'm saying.
I imagine that some of you may suspect me simply because I'm the mastermind.
I mean, you're always gonna be a suspect just because you are the mastermind.
Your opinions on me as a person are inconsequential.
Okay.
But please, for all of our sakes, treat me as just another student during the class trial.
Oh, we are indeed doing that.
We would all die if we reached the wrong conclusion, after all. I don't want to die either, you know?
That's exactly what the real culprit would say.
Come now. This is a prime example of what you should not do.
Shinji, I'm sorry, but he's right. If Mikado wanted to act as the mastermind, he had plenty of opportunities to do so before. Everyone here is a suspect, including Mikado and I. The purpose of this discussion is to narrow down that list.
Even with Sora not having any talent or no idea who she is, I love how assertive she is too.
I see. I understand. I'll try my best.
That's all we want from you, Shinji.
So, can we start now?
Where should we begin?
If you're confused, try starting with what we know happened in this case.
Okay.
Do your best. My life's on the line too.
Shut up, Shobai. We should probably start with what we know about the case. I need to try my best. Everyone's lives depend on it. Minigame non-stop debate another is about to begin. They call on this non-stop debate another. I love this. All right, so let's see. Yellow phrases weak points. You have to point out the contradictions in others with the true bullets. The upper left corner displays the speaker and a progression meter, and occasionally a student's lines will include a yellow phase. This yellow phase is a weak point. You can move on your crosshair. This weak point. Confirm to fire a truth bullet. You're free to fire truth bullets at a regular text as well, but nothing will happen and points will be deducted instead of from your score. So maybe try avoiding that. Okay. The point is to fire the right truth bullet at the right recoil. You can press shift to change the load. Okay, got that. This feature is available if you only have one truth bullet. However, if you succeed in refuting the argument, a cut line will disappear and your score will be calculated before advancing to the next phase. You will fail to refute an argument if you attack the right contradiction with the wrong truth bullets. In case, your focus gauge will take 1 point and then deducted. If your focus gauge will be depleted, your influence gauge will take 1 damage and the mini game will start over. We'll be able to aim properly if you are pressing the arrow keys while securing. So please release any held arrow keys before firing truth bullet. You also press S to skip, A to view all the truth bullets. Okay, cool. Boom. Non-stop debate another starts. Let's go. Alright, so we only got one monochrome file.
To begin, Riri died at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay.
30 minutes after the morning announcements.
Is it true that Sora and Yuki were together at the scene of the crime?
Yes, Yuri contacted me after I woke up this morning.
I agree.
When I saw the message asking for help, I immediately ran to the bell tower. I saw Yuri hanging from a rope, badly injured. And before I could do anything, he was dragged up. His corpse fell to the ground moments later.
There were so many cuts on Yuri's body. Could the murder weapon be a sharp object?
Actually, before that, the victim he was found on the first floor, body tear, the body is left calf, penetrated by the hook, and they're making cause shot sharp wire. Additionally, there's a deep stab wound right calf. Besides that, is external wounds next. Okay, just trying to make sure. The medical file contains information on Yuri's corpse. She what was written over the file one more time.
To begin, Riri died at 7:30 in the morning.
Before I could do anything.
There were so many cuts on Yuri's body.
I think it's this
Could the
one.
murder weapon be a sharp object? No,
That's wrong. Yep, not a sharp object. Definitely wasn't that. Oh man, I'm about to cook. I already know. And I can save. You tell him, boy, I'm about to be wonderful. Resume trial. I love that feature. This is such a great feature, bro. Especially after go take a piss.
Yuri couldn't have been killed by a sharp object.
Agreed.
If you check the monochrome file, it says that the cause of death was blunt force trauma. In other words, Yuri's death was likely caused by his fall.
Interesting. I mean, I knew he went up and he was caused by his fall, but I was thinking he died like while swirling up inside that bell tower, and then he died in the process, and then the fall was just an extra step, but he was already dead. Whatever. Really, in the case, it's not a sharp object that really killed him. He just got hit by so many different things. I thought he was just rattling around in the bell and then just died, you know?
Oh, I see. There were so many cuts on his body that I overlooked that.
Then what are those cuts from?
The cuts, they're probably a result of that object, and that object is the sharp wires. Make sure I'm making sure. Yeah, it's definitely these sharp wires.
Got it.
Come on, bro.
His injuries were caused by the sharp wires.
Wires?
Did you see all the wires strung in between the empty space in the middle of the spiral staircase? Yuri was dragged up by a rope and was cut by the wires as he fell to the ground.
Agreed.
He fell very quickly, which is why the wounds are so thin and yet so numerous.
Oh, so that's why the cuts were there.
You never even checked the monochrome file? I can't believe you call that an investigation.
Bro, deadass, Aroha is literally just a bobblehead. You gotta cut her some slack, Shobot.
I'm sorry. Hey, it was an honest mistake. Don't pick on her.
Yes, get off Aroha's back, Shobot.
An honest mistake? It's rich of you to say that when we could all die from it.
I
can't leave my life up to you all if you keep acting like idiots.
Oh, yeah. He's so far.
Leave your life up to us.
Everyone's lives depend on the outcome of this trial, not just mine, yeah?
Exactly. And time is money. So, you know, time's money. So you guys gotta survive. So I gotta keep racking up my stacks.
If the rest of you work hard to find out the culprit, I don't have to waste my own energy.
What? You're basically saying that you're going to leech off of us?
Correctamundo, Hibiki.
I will intervene if I have to, but I'm not a fan of inefficiency. You're working to save your own hides, so isn't this a favorable outcome for us all?
Hey, he's not wrong.
Truly a degenerate ruffian. I've never even heard of the concept of cooperation with someone.
He's a broker. Why would he?
Now, everyone. We won't accomplish anything if we let ourselves be distracted by people such as Mr. Hashimoto.
Okay, Mikado.
Let's carry on with deliberations, shall we?
But if the culprit wanted to kill Yuri by dropping him, why did they go through the trouble of installing all of those wires?
Yo, I gotta admit, this is some good-ass voice acting, bro. Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure. I think we'll have to talk about it a little more.
All right. So could everyone tell me what they were doing at the time of Riri's death?
Like I said, Sora and I saw Yuri's death with our own eyes. We were together, so does that count as our alibi?
I was alone in my room.
Do I have to tell you? I was just wandering around the place.
Mr. Kagurine died around 7:30 a.m. So everyone besides Mr. Maeda, Miss Sora, Miss Mitsume, and Mr. Hashimoto must have been in the dining hall.
No, Yoriko wasn't there.
Yuko, where were you and what were you doing at the time?
That's...
Come on. We gotta, in order to clear your name, because everyone's gonna be looking at you crazy.
I was also at the bell tower. I met Yuki and Sora there. The bell tower? But that's the scene of the crime, isn't it? If Sora and Yuki were there because of the message... Yoriko, what were you doing there? What was I doing?
Kanade, just in case it comes up later, Yoriko technically witnessed Yuri's death with us. You heard the body discovery announcement, right? It's only announced when 3 or more people find the body. Sora and I saw it first, and Yoriko a little while after.
Hold on, Mr. Maeda. You claim that Mr. Kagurine was hoisted by a rope?
What? Yeah?
Then it stands to reason that the two of you witnessed the culprit, no?
What? Really?
If the Blackened dragged Mr. Kagurine with a rope up to the top of the bell tower, our 2 witnesses would have immediately followed afterwards in pursuit.
I see.
True.
Because the only way down from the top of the tower is down the spiral staircase. Whether the culprit went down or Sora and Yuki went up, they would definitely bump into each other at some point somehow.
Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. We did get to the top of the bell tower, but Yoriko was the only one up there.
That means Yoriko's the culprit.
Yoriko, they're about to tear you a new one. You better fight. You better fight for yourself, girl.
What? Isn't it obvious? Like Emma said, the only way to climb up the tower is by using the stairs. And if you were there, you don't have a good excuse like Yuki and Sora. And you've been looking worried from the start. It's clear to everyone that Yoriko's the culprit. Don't you think so, sister?
Huh? But, Kanade, we just said that Ruko's a witness.
Please just think for a moment. Yoriko doesn't have an alibi. And she has no reason to be in the bell tower if she's not related to the case.
Okay.
I guess. When you put it that way, Ruko does sound pretty suspicious.
Hey now! Who are you calling suspicious?
Okay then, Yuko. Can you tell us why you were at the bell tower? You and Rara just told us that they were there because they got a message from Riri. Tell us why you were there, then we won't have a reason to doubt you.
Yep, that's the part we gotta figure out, Yoriko, because why the fuck were you there? Because right now you are #1 out of everyone else.
I don't know. I don't know why I was there.
Oh, damn.
What? Are you kidding me right now?
Yoriko's situation sounds kind of complicated. I thought she was the culprit at first too, but after I heard her testimony, I'm not so sure that's right.
Yoriko, calm down and tell us your side of the story.
Yep, as I expected, it looks like everyone's suspicious of Yoriko, as they should. We need to discuss this some more to find out if she's really the culprit or not. Yo, this shit is so fun. Oh my god.
I went outside as soon as the monochrome.
Alright, before that, let's check Shinji's account. What was it? On the morning of the murder, Shinji waited for Hajime so the two of them could go jogging. While he was waiting, he saw Yuriko exit the monocruise immediately after the morning hours again. Why did Yuriko leave the ship as soon as the ship opened? Okay, so make sure.
So I could start my morning investigation before breakfast began.
Okay.
Then someone attacked me from behind, and I lost consciousness. When I woke up, I was at the top of the bell tower next to Sora and Yuki.
Okay, I agree with this.
Do you have any proof?
Shinji's account.
For example, someone who saw you leave early.
Shinji.
What? No, nobody saw me.
I already know that's the one.
You're acting really suspicious. Why would you go out so early anyways?
It's not me. I swear I'm not the culprit.
How the hell did I miss that? Yuriko's being accused because of Lakaba. I don't know if she's in correlation. No. Okay, so I definitely was right. I don't know why that missed.
I was at the top of the bell tower next to Sora and Yuki. Do you have any proof? For example, what? No, nobody saw me.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, I definitely shot that right, but I'll take it. That's some BS, bro. Accuracy penalty for that shit is crazy. All right, whatever. These people got me tripping, bro. I can't believe that. Shouldn't even have lost 5 points for that.
There was someone who saw Yuriko leave early this morning.
Shinji.
Shinji, you said you saw her, right?
Oh, me? Well, yes, I definitely saw Yuriko leaving early this morning.
You guys sure do get up early, don't you? What were you guys doing?
Come on, bro. You already know Hajime and Shinji always be working out in the morning.
Hajime and I go jogging every morning.
100%.
You know? I woke up early, so I was waiting for him in the corridor. Hajime was late because he had to use the bathroom. And I saw Yuriko leaving as soon as the monocruise door opened up.
It's like I said, I'm not lying.
However, while we've proven that you left the ship early, can we really be certain that it was for the sake of investigation?
What?
Doesn't that just make you even more suspicious? The murder did happen this morning after all, and the culprit who killed Mr. Kagurine definitely wasn't in the monocruise this morning.
That's true, but...
So, does that mean Yuriko really is the culprit?
Wait a minute. Why is everyone accusing me when I haven't done anything?
Look, you're just the most suspicious right now, Yuriko. We just gotta find more holes and then we'll figure it out. Unless you really are it. But right now, it's gonna take some time to get you cleared.
I told you. I don't know how or why I was there. I lost consciousness right after I left.
Assuming what Yuriko says is the truth, the culprit attacked her and moved her to the bell tower to pin the blame on her?
But then there's no explanation for how Yuri was pulled to the top.
Maybe the culprit was hiding somewhere at the top of the tower?
No.
Negative.
We looked around for a bit, but it's an exposed area with almost no furniture around.
Yeah, so you can't be staying up there. Like, there's no way to get out of there. If we find you up there, it's GG.
It would be very difficult for someone to hide themselves up there.
If Yuriko can't explain herself, we have no choice but to assume she's the culprit.
Yeah. Wait, that's not true. I'm not.
Don't jump to conclusions. Yuriko isn't lying.
This is why we have our assertive girl, Kokoro, in the case.
Coco.
Listen to her voice.
Coco is...
She's telling the truth.
I mean, none of us... Okay, look, I get her voice sounds sincere, but let's be real here. Coco, you are the only one that knows this. No one else here is gonna know that with you unless you have your type of talent and capabilities to tell that they're telling the truth.
I know you're a psychologist, Kono,
Yep.
but how can you be so sure?
The method you're using to deduce Yuriko's alleged culpability is far too short-sighted.
Okay.
Look at the bigger picture instead of focusing solely on her, such as why Yuri was killed, perhaps.
Why was Yuri killed?
True.
Speaking of which, didn't Yuri lock himself in his room after telling the girls to kill him?
You're right on that, Nikkei.
It'd be awfully difficult to drag that guy out of his room.
Hardly. If he was serious, a girl would only need to knock, and Yuri would open his door.
But because everyone was forced on the party due to Monocro's rules, he had to go. That's why he was looking all pissy. Maybe he was pissy because of that. It was either he was pissy because he had to come out of his room to the party, or because this man Shinji was having a drink with Setsuka and this man was getting no play.
Are you saying that the culprit is a girl?
So, like, doesn't it all point to Ruko anyway?
I'm telling you, it's not me.
Wait, everyone. If the culprit were a man, wouldn't that make the crime that much more ingenious? The obvious answer would be that the culprit is a woman, but if it was a man, they would be able to exclude themselves from the list of suspects for that reason.
Agreed.
But Yuri's the kind of guy who hates even being spoken to by another guy.
Yep.
As long as Yuri had locked himself in his room, a man would have never been able to lure him out.
Besides the party. Huh? According to what Emma just said, a man could have been the culprit if Yuri hadn't been inside his room. Yuri locked himself inside the room for 2 days and he left it for a single occasion. That occasion was Hangman's flashback is about to begin. Alright, let's see how it exchanged. Okay, so just... Oh. In Hangman, you have to try and catch the thought that passes through your mind in a flash, get it? Oh, this is cool. But this shit probably is gonna get so hard. When the game starts, keywords will appear in the lower left corner. A set of cards also appear in the middle. Show for about 5 seconds? Oh my god, so you gotta have your memory top tier. Next, you must fill the blanks in keywords from left to right. Try to recall the letters that would fill the leftmost blank, then select the cards you think that holds the letter. After choosing your letter, select another card that matches it, okay? So it's like pairing it up and matching them up, okay? If you manage to match a pair correctly, the mutual letter correctly fills in the blanks. The space will be filled and you can move left. You receive a penalty to your score and you take damage if your letters are incorrect. Okay, got you. The lower right corner will display the timer if the timer reaches 0. You also receive a penalty and your focus will gain damage. If you're concerned that the game is too difficult, don't worry. The cards will all be shown again briefly if you run out of time. So try to use these resets as guidance for all for all attempts. Like the non-stop dates, your influence gauge will be damaged and the game will start over if your focus gauge runs out. Okay, cool. All right, Hansman's flashback that's a cool concept, but I feel like it's gonna be hard as fuck. So I already know it's party. Okay, so I see AA and YY. All right, got it. But I already know. Boom, boom, easy. Boom, boom. Come on now. That was the easiest shit ever. But later down the line, I know that's gonna get so hard to remember. Feel like you gotta low-key take a picture if you want to get that shit. Give me that 100 score, baby. That is so cool, bro. Oh my god, that is so cool.
The party last night.
Exactly.
Yuri was at that party, wasn't he? Didn't he drink late into the night too?
He did.
Oh yeah, he was there.
So then if someone attacked Yuri right after the party ended...
Yes, that's true.
You're taking that into account now? Quick-witted bunch, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Asshole! You're not even participating in the discussion.
What? Do you want me to help? That'll be a million crows. I'll figure this all out for you then.
This man is asking for a bargain, is asking for an arm, a leg, basically your whole life, bro. A million crows is insane, buddy. We don't got that.
Shut up, you Scrooge.
If Sora's right, a man really could have attacked Yuri. But that's no reason to rule out a girl as a culprit.
Oh, elaborate, Kanade.
Of course. She said that the culprit could be a man, not that they couldn't be a woman.
True.
For a man like Mr. Kagurine, the idea of him giving up his life to a woman that approached him during the festivities is all too plausible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm curious about something.
Okay, speak up.
The party was last night, right? Yuri died this morning. If the culprit attacked Yuri after the party, wouldn't that mean the culprit was inside the monocruise during nighttime?
Oh my god, you're right, because the monocruise is closed at a certain time because of nighttime. So you'd have to be inside.
The monocruise doors lock after 10 p.m.
True.
Yeah. If the party was last night and the murder happened this morning, there's a huge gap of time missing between them.
Yeah, that's true.
So the question is, if a man really did attack Riri after the party, what was he doing until morning?
But didn't all the people who were drinking late into the night return to the monocruise before 10 p.m.?
That's...
Yeah, no one remembers.
Can't really remember.
Probably. I was the only sober one there. Although, Yuri was late. He told me he'd be stopping by the bathroom.
I get it! That was when somebody kidnapped Rin then!
No, that doesn't make sense, because the murder happened at the bell tower just after the morning announcement. The culprit would have been locked inside the monocruise. They wouldn't have had any time to prepare for the murder.
That is true too, Yuki.
You're assuming things again.
Oh?
There's no rule that says you have to stay inside the monocruise during nighttime.
Oh shit, so you could... Wait, okay, so I'm kind of getting this. You could be outside of the monocruise and just stay outside and don't come inside. The only issue would be, fuck, what's that rule? I think there's a rule, that rule that talked about if you can't sleep, you just can't sleep outside. You just can't sleep outside. If you could stay outside the whole time, you're fine.
What? But the rules.
That's what I'm saying.
State that the Monocru's doors close at 10 p.m. and that sleeping outside the dorms is not allowed. That's all.
So you could just stay outside the whole time. Low key, to do something like that, you would have to like sleep that morning and only wake up for the party. Be like a nighttime owl, basically.
If the culprit never boarded the Monocru's, they would be free to wander the island after the door was locked.
That's crazy.
If they stayed up all night, they wouldn't be breaking any rules.
That's crazy.
Being outside the Monocru's at night isn't a rule violation? Is that true?
That is a true loophole.
Yes, I've done it before.
Oh, and she tested it, so wow.
I wondered what would happen if I slept during the day and stayed out all night outside, and nothing happened. The doors opened in the morning, and I was able to board the Monocru's as usual.
It's amazing how Kokoro is able to test this, bro.
But didn't Monocro say that monsters would be wandering the island at night? You still could have been injured, Coco.
He had to have been lying.
I was fine. I stayed on the main roads and never ran into any sort of monster.
Okay.
Although, I do wonder if something may be hidden in the forest.
If Kokoro is telling the truth, it's possible that Yuri never re-entered the Monocru's last night.
Wow.
According to Yoriko, he did return, just much later than everyone else.
Wow. See, the problem I'm having, so I'm bringing up like what Kanade did because someone had to have drugged him and kept him asleep. Would that not count as an absolute automatic murder? Even, I guess because he's not the one that forcibly slept himself, because they caused the anesthesia. He's knocked out. He's not back in the room, so I would assume he's passed out somewhere, unless he literally was hanged up, stabbed, and was just lying down there the entire time in that Yuihara bell tower, just awake. But that just wouldn't make sense to me, right?
But isn't it possible that he was attacked and then placed in the bell tower until this morning?
According to that theory, the culprit is one of the people who were drinking late into the night. What do you think, Yoriko? You're one of the people who stayed behind, aren't you?
Kanade is on
That's
your
true.
ass, bro.
But it wasn't me. I got back to the Monocru's with everyone else.
About that, none of us were exactly sober, so we don't really remember that. Sorry, Yuko.
Damn.
What? They were all drunk as skunks.
Indeed. And none of them can recall a thing. Speaking of which, I don't recall seeing any alcohol during the preparations for the party.
Oh, you're right.
And yet, there was alcohol abound in the beverages by the time the party started. I believe this is no mere coincidence.
Are you saying that the culprit put alcohol in the drinks in order to get everyone drunk and fog up their memories?
That's a possibility.
Wait, isn't it possible that someone impulsively committed a murder because they were under the influence at the time?
No. You can tell by looking at the crime scene that someone put a great deal of thought into this murder.
True, because if someone's drunk like that, that plan that they did or whatever with Yuri, that shit ain't happening.
Doesn't fit an intoxicated cover-up.
Agreed.
If the culprit brought the alcohol, doesn't that mean they helped organize the party?
Who are the ones organizing the party?
You, Ra-Ra, Mac, Yuko, Mikado, and myself.
So, what's that? What is it? Yuki, Sora. Yeah, Yuki, Sora, Hajime, Kokoro, Mikado. Okay, that makes sense.
Just the 6 of us.
Yoriko is nothing but suspicious.
Yo, Kanade's on your ass, dog. Yeah, Yoriko. Yo, you gotta defend yourself, dog.
So, the culprit's someone that helped with the party and stayed out late last night.
Yep.
And they would have to be sober. That's what you're saying?
And Yoriko's fitting all the description.
Hey,
man.
Wait a second. The only person who wasn't drinking last night was Yoriko.
Oh, even Hajime's on your case, Yoriko, please.
She said she'd be chaperoning Dry, since we had to get back by 10 p.m.
No, I mean, that's true, but
That's...
the evidence all lines up.
Oh, nah. Oh, Yoriko.
Yoriko, can you explain what happened in more detail?
Yes, we need some more info, dog, if I'm gonna be able to protect you.
I just want to believe you.
You're not listening to me.
Okay. All right.
Aren't you taking this a little too far? Look, I'm innocent.
Look, I would happily be able to believe you're innocent, but you gotta provide some more detail, Yoriko.
To be accused as the culprit because of a series of coincidences, I can still defend myself, you know? Listen to me before you start talking.
Okay. Be listening? Minigame with Shuttle Bow down another. Okay, so in the Rebuttal Showdown, goal is to shoot down your opponent's arguments and refute them. It's arrows? What? That's fucking cool. Oh, that's so cool. There are 5 lanes at the center of the screen. You may switch lanes using the left and right arrow keys. You can launch an arrow by confirm. The opponent's arguments will disappear within 1 to 3 minutes after appearance and inflict damage. If you fail to shoot them down before that happens, the rebuttal gauge will be moved. If your opponent takes over the entire rebuttal gauge, your focus gauge will take damage, okay? On the other hand, the rebuttal gauge will move to the left every time you successfully shoot an opponent's words down. You'll take double the damage if the rebuttal gauge is in your favor, so do your best to not miss a shooting down any of the arguments. So Sora will have a chance to say our counter arguments as a rebuttal proceeds, and afterwards the rebuttal gauge will position like the non-subject. You can refute the yellow text. You'll be given truth arrows, which must be equipped on the bow in order to refute. Press shift to change your truth arrows. Press shift to change your truth arrows, and S to change your S to equip the current. Okay, it's equipped. The bow return red. You'll not be able to press S to remove the equipped truth. Okay, shoot down the rocks. Shoot the original text in order to remove the truth. Do your best to keep your combos going and counter the opponent. Okay. So I only have Shobay's account.
I know I have to accede to your unjust accusations, but if I'm really the culprit, do you really think that I'd go about it this way?
Okay.
Like you said, Yuri would have done anything for a woman, even die for her.
True.
There's no reason for me to wait until the party to kill him in such a complicated manner.
The culprit may have waited until the party because of their plan involving the alcohol.
Okay.
Like we said before, they used it to dull everyone's memories so they could easily get away with their plan. The fact that Yuri attended the party in itself could indicate that he was working with the culprit.
Okay.
So you're just saying that I would do
Okay, so
something
what-
as stupid as intentionally going to the party?
Okay, what was Shobay's account? Shobai saw Yukiro going to the bell tower with a rope. Could it be the same rope that was found on Yuriko's body? Okay.
If I was the culprit, I wouldn't go about it that way. If you two weren't at the tower with me, you wouldn't be suspecting me. Is that how it is? Just because of that, you're suspecting me. It's completely unfair.
Yuriko's sisters, it seems like you would think. Yuriko did something only the culprit would have done this and count to prove that. Let's show her proof, okay? Yep, so I know which one to shoot though.
I wouldn't go about it that way. If you two
Oh my
weren't
God.
at the tower with me, you wouldn't be suspecting me. Is that how it is?
Bro, this is
Just because
crazy.
of that, you're suspecting me.
That's the one.
It's really unfair. Those words.
Yep, just because I went there, but Shobai saw you with a rope. Okay, that's a cool fucking mini game. Damage penalty. Boy, I was taking damage. I cannot lie. That mini game is insane though. I know that mini game's fun as shit, but golly, what in the world? You gotta be quick with it, bro.
It's not just that, Yoriko. Shobai told me that he saw you going to the bell tower this morning.
What?
He
Yup.
also said you were holding a long rope in your hand.
Agreed, yup.
A rope? The same rope that Rinrin was tied up with?
Shobai, you were telling the truth, right?
Huh? I was. At the time, I didn't know that woman would be so important to the case. I was wondering what she was planning to do with something like that. Now that I think about it, that was a really important piece of evidence.
It definitely was, Shobai.
Wait, he's lying. Shobai isn't telling the truth.
Okay.
He really was attacked by someone as soon as I left the Mono Cruise. He's trying to slander me. He's the culprit.
Even if you say that,
True, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, all the evidence is stacked
It's
against
truly stacked against you.
almost undeniable.
Oh my god.
Or maybe you're just an idiot, Yoriko.
Damn.
What? Why are you all accusing me? Why me?
Bro, I know my queen didn't do this. I know Yuriko, you didn't do this, but like, you know. Oh man. When my other queen Kanade on your ass like this is kind of tough, but
Mr. Hashimoto's testimony is the most damning thing here. How do you plan to defend yourself against that?
Yuko, are you really the culprit?
bro.
Shobai really is lying.
He was?
What?
Wow.
Sora, did Shobai mention when he saw Yotoko leave?
He actually did. Oh, this man is insane. Yo, I love how Shobai says, I want to make sure you guys do all the heavy work to figure out what's going on with this case. And this man blatantly lied and is making the case even longer than it needs to be. Why the fuck would he do this?
Yotoko left right after the morning announcement, so wouldn't that be around 7 a.m.?
I was on the second floor of the library at the time, and I saw Shobai climbing the stairs from the second to the third floor. Shobai, even if you did see Yotoko leave, unless you knew her destination beforehand, you'd have trouble figuring out she was headed for the bell tower.
True. Damn.
And didn't you say you saw Yoruko holding a rope?
Shobai, were you lying to me?
Yep.
So you caught me out.
Damn.
Sorry about that, but I wanted to test you all.
Of course he would be the type to do that.
Test us? Like I said, if you clear the class trial for me, I'm good. I was testing whether you could really do it without my interference.
What? You gotta be joking!
Agreed, overall.
Just a little bit of perjury, really. I didn't think the psychologist would realize. Well,
Oh no,
whatever.
she's too good,
I'm
bro.
counting this as a win.
No, it is a win, brother. What this made me realize is Kokoro might be the most OP person here. Like literally, she's so good at what she does that any trial she's in, we're clearing free. There's no way you were surviving.
You asshole! What the hell are you doing?
Settle down, Mr. Kasai. Violence is against the school rules.
Bro, Shinji had some bass in his voice when he said that. My goodness.
Calm down, Shin. You can beat him up after we get out of here.
Hey, can I join in too? I want to give him some quick knuckle punches real quick. You know what I'm saying?
That proves my innocence, right? Shobai's the one who lied. He's even more suspicious than I am.
I agree.
I don't know. His testimony might be false, but you're still the most likely suspect.
Yeah.
But we're being cruel to Yoriko, aren't we? We should talk about this some more.
Okay, I'm down.
No, Ruko's definitely the killer.
I don't want to suspect my friends.
Damn.
I want to believe everyone instead.
Well, this is rather complicated, isn't it? We seem to be split right down the middle.
Stop playing. Do not. Every time I hear the word split down the middle, I will jump out of my seat. You don't understand, bruh. Scrum debate is just too goated.
If that's the case, let's decide with a proper debate.
Boy, I thought it would have said
Please
scrum
remain
debates.
calm as your seats are rearranged.
What are you talking about? Whether Yoriko's the killer or not, we'll have to discuss this about some more. Let's try this. This shit is so good, dog. This game is so good. Scrum debate, baby. Scrum debate. Scrum debate. Let's go. Clash trial scrum debate occurs. It's a free for all. I already know all this at this point. Team Solar or Team Luna? Okay, got you. Select the matching words according to it. Yep. Identify the so you identify the content. So the keyword will represent the keyword. Identify the keyword opposing. Present your argument matches. Switch the keywords up and down the arrow keys. He's confirmed. We attempt to refute them and argue incorrect. Points are deducted. Okay, I got that. Yo, get me to this actually. Deadass. A crouch bind state will occur after you successfully. Okay, got you. It's basically full counter. And the two teams will push you through. Press the buttons displayed in repeated order to push away the opponent. The display will be randomly changed. You have to start the scrum debate over. Team pushes, so don't lose your footing. The opponents. Okay, got you. All right, got it. Huh? All right, let's get it. Is Kokoro the culprit? Let's get it. She's the culprit. She's not the culprit.
Yoriko is the only one that went to the party and fits all of the criteria.
This one's
That's
mine.
one, yep.
Still need to figure out if the party is even relevant to the case.
Knowing Yuri, the killer has to be a woman.
Nope.
Emma,
We've already established that the murder could have been committed by either a man or a woman.
This is hard!
Ruko's the only one with a super suspicious alibi.
Nope.
Yuriko!
Kokoro and Shobai don't even have alibis. Why are you accusing me?
I'm cooking right now.
But, Yoriko, weren't you the only one who handled the food at the party?
Nope.
False. Yoriko was not the only one who handled the food at the party.
True.
She could have taken advantage of the fact that we were drunk to forge her alibi.
Nope.
Yoruko wasn't the only one that wasn't drunk, so shouldn't we suspect the others too?
Agreed.
Yoriko is our only suspect, so there's nothing else we can do.
Setsuka,
Nope, jeez.
we haven't even talked about the possibility of another
Yo, I
suspect
cooked.
besides
This
Yuko.
shit is so goated.
This is our answer.
This is our answer. Let's get it. Bro. Absolutely cooked. Let's get it. This is so fun, bro. This is so fun.
It seems that a conclusion has continued to evade us.
At any rate, it's wrong to conclude that Yuriko's the killer when there's still so many unanswered questions. We need to discuss this some more.
Okay.
Sora.
Okay. I don't want to doubt my friends any longer either.
I agree.
Let's drop the subject of the culprit and discuss some other things first.
Wait, so we're back to square one?
Good thinking. Unlike a regular trial, a single misstep will result in tragedy.
Agree. Bro, Kokoro, if we did not have you here, bro, deadass, this killer would low-key get out of here scot-free.
We need to keep discussing this until we reach a decisive conclusion.
I agree.
I mean, Kokoro, don't you know who the culprit is? Can't you just tell us so we can call it a day?
You all currently believe Yoriko is the culprit. Would you even be able to accept it if I named someone else?
So you don't believe Miss Kabuya is the culprit?
Alright, so instead of who they are, let's talk about how the culprit did it.
Okay.
How they did it?
We're not sure whether the culprit attacked Riri this morning or after the party. Did you forget what the culprit did before they killed Riri?
Before killing Yuri, is she talking about the object that was attached to Yuri's body? That object would be... Yeah, it has to be the hook on with the rope.
Got it.
That's the one. Yep.
Are you talking about the hook that was embedded in Yuri's calf?
Correct.
Yeah, you said it was already embedded when you first saw him, right?
100%.
Even if Riri was drunk, he wouldn't have just stayed still while the culprit stuck that thing into his leg. They would have had to restrain him by any means possible.
So you're saying we should discuss how the culprit went about doing that?
100%. How did the culprit restrain Yuri? We have to figure this out. Alright, let's go. Alright, so now we have a lot more. Okay, anesthetic solution, Yoriko spiral staircase.
We might have all been plastered, but... Riri wouldn't have just stayed still while someone stuck a hook into him.
Maybe they stunned him by hitting him with a blunt weapon?
No, it's the anesthetic solution. I think that's the one I got to free.
Yuri dying right there.
Yep.
Regardless, it's certain that the culprit did something to immobilize Yuri's body.
They did.
Perhaps he was so drunk that he passed out. Wait, no, that's dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have to refute. How did the culprit restrain? There must be something that's evidence. It's the anesthetic solution. I don't even. Let's think back. I already know which
We
one
might
it
have
is.
all been plastered, but
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Riri
I
wouldn't
gotta-
have just
I
stayed
have to
still while someone
refute.
stuck a hook into him.
I have to refute.
Maybe they stunned him by hitting him with a blunt weapon?
No, that's wrong!
Yep, that's wrong. That's the one. I already knew immediately which one it was. It's anesthetic solution. They basically made that man pass out. I'm cooking right now. I can't lie. This game is so fucking fun, bro. Oh my goodness.
I have evidence that the culprit didn't use such a straightforward method, Hibiki. We found traces of an anesthetic solution on the floor of the bell tower.
Anesthetic solution?
Kanade told me that it's similar to the kind used in the operating room during major surgeries.
Yes, you can get some from the infirmary.
Its presence at the bell tower leaves no doubt that the culprit used the anesthetic to subdue Mr. Kagurine.
100%.
Wait, do you think that's the same thing the culprit used when they attacked me?
100%.
Maybe.
Well, actually,
But that's besides the point, Yotoko. So be quiet.
yes, ma'am. Oh my God.
Fine.
And there's one more thing I know about the anesthetic.
The other thing I learned about the anesthetic is the needle. Kanade's account that talked about they know the amount of doses they can use with the syringe to time when Yuri was knocked out.
Got it.
Man.
Kanade went to the infirmary after finding the anesthetic, and she discovered that a single syringe had disappeared.
A syringe?
Yes. You can use that particular syringe to conveniently calculate the sedation time using the scale on the barrel.
I still don't understand how she knows this, but whatever.
That's great and all, but how do you know all this?
Thank you.
I watch a lot of medical dramas. Is there a problem?
No, there's something more devious than that, bro.
I'm not saying there's a problem, but
No one found a syringe or anything like that while investigating, right? That means...
The culprit still has the syringe with them.
Should we frisk everyone here?
I doubt they'd be idiotic enough to have it on their person. But we can be sure that they hid it somewhere.
If they used a syringe with the anesthetic solution, they could subdue Yuri even if he wasn't drunk.
Agreed. What you think, Yuki?
There's one thing that's really bothering me. When Sora and I last saw Yuri, he seemed convinced a woman was trying to take his life. Saying things like, not everyone gets to be killed by a cute classmate, and being born a man and achieving my dream.
Is that as he was about to die? Eek!
So if he said that, does that make the culprit a woman after all?
Not
The
necessarily.
thing that's bothering me is that Yuri told all of us that he would cooperate with the female culprit, but they restrained him and waited until he was drunk. If the culprit was a female, that wouldn't be necessary.
Oh my God, Yuki is right. I even think about that. If the culprit was a female, he just let them do whatever. They would let her do whatever she wants scot-free.
That's what I've been saying since the beginning.
Agreed. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. It'd just create more evidence, right?
Yep.
let's review. Assuming the culprit is male, he would only be able to target Yuri after yesterday's party. We still have no idea what happened before nighttime, though. Assuming the culprit is female, she would be able to get to Yuri at any time inside the monocruise. However, she wouldn't have had enough time to prepare for the crime in the morning. Like the other scenario, we still have no idea what happened before nighttime.
About what happened before nighttime. Doesn't it seem possible that the culprit's preparations took place during that time?
Yes, I can agree with
What?
that.
Like Kokoro said, anyone can stay outside the monocruise at night using the loophole in the rules.
So they take their time during nighttime to set up everything.
We can't explain how the culprit prepared for their crime during the short time frame in the morning, so we can just assume by default that it took place at night.
That's almost 9 hours. Would it really take them that long to prepare for the murder?
I'm not sure. They just need to prepare the hooks, the rope, the anesthetic, the wires, and that's all, I think.
Wait, none of you can possibly think that the culprit simply dragged Yuri up with just a rope, do you?
Huh?
I did think something was amiss when you began accusing Yotoko. You've been mistaken from the beginning.
What are you talking about?
That's what I was saying.
The culprit didn't just drop Yuri to his death after dragging him up from the bell tower.
Then, what else did they do?
Oh, I see.
What do you see, Kanade?
It was so obvious that I almost missed it. In hindsight, it's clear. Think. Yuri was short, but it's physically impossible for anyone to drag him hundreds of feet up to the bell tower.
Okay.
I doubt even Shinji could do it.
Really? If you used a lever of sorts, it might be possible.
Yes, it's possible. However, we were wrong in our initial assumption that the culprit was the one who pulled Yuri up.
Our initial assumption was wrong?
What?
So what? What's the problem?
The culprit didn't pull Yuri up. They moved Yuri using another method? What method did they use? I definitely see something that can solve the case.
To remedy this situation,
What is this?
Kanade's explanation is correct.
Of course it is.
Think, Sora. You've seen the evidence too. I can remind you if you don't remember.
Okay. What is this? Logic refresh is about to... Okay, what? Your classmates is working to help you reach the conclusion. Avoid the words in white and... Oh, what the fuck? All 3 shields in the lower... Okay. Someone will support you, give you hints. There are 5 lines similar to a Rebut Showdown. You can use the lines of the up and down arrow key search lines. Your supporter will say the arguments point by point, and your task is to avoid contact with their white statements. You'll suffer damage in the when the midpoint of a comment of your line passes through the vertical line on the right. On the other hand, blue truth bullets appear in the midst of the comment should be collected. Blue truth bullets can be collected when their midpoint passes through the judgment line, the same as you. So all this is still going. It is. And it will be shown in the lower left corner. Unlike white text, you'll be taking damage from failing to collect them instead. You'll proceed to the next step if you collect all the truth bullets shown on the lower left. You must then choose the most appropriate truth bullet for the present situation from the group of bullets you have collected. Okay, got you. If you choose the correct bullet, your supporter will fire the truth bullet and you will clear the game with a cut-in. And that could set an incorrect choice to not only damage your focus gauge, it will also deduct points on your score. The minigame. Oh my god, this is fire! Okay, I get it, so move.
Yuri was dragged to the top of the tower at a great speed. This is an impossible feat for a regular person to accomplish.
Oh my god, this is so...
How was the culprit able to achieve this?
Okay.
The speed in which Yuri was dragged up indicates something was pulling him down from the other side.
Okay.
Don't you think? And you didn't find anyone on the top of the bell tower. So therefore, you can figure this out for yourself, can't you?
Shoot!
Yeah, this is all right. Let's start again from the beginning. Okay, got you. Oh, I messed up.
Sorry.
Okay. He's dragged to the top. Okay. Okay, so it has to be the tether jacket.
I agree with that.
Yep, that's the one. I don't know why I messed up and clicked leftover bottles. I was so tripping, bro. That was all me. Yeah, I don't know how I got that statement, bro. That statement was wrong to the highest degree. Just forget I ever clicked that. That was just a dumb statement. Cause you gotta listen to what they're saying and then shoot what it is. Got you.
It's possible that Yuri wasn't dragged up by the culprit.
Yep.
It's more logical to think that he was pulled up in reaction to something else.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
There was a hook stuck in Yuri's calf, which was attached to a long rope. We thought that someone pulled Yuri up by that rope, but if you think about it, it's physically impossible for someone to do that on their own.
Correct.
Huh? Are you sure?
Furthermore, I discovered something with Setsuka earlier.
Oh, you're talking about the life jacket, aren't you?
Yes. Someone had left it hidden outside of the bell tower. We found the same kind of hook that was stuck in Yuri's calf embedded into the life jacket.
Yep.
And that hook was attached to a rope. However, the end was cut off.
So, what does that mean?
Oh! So in other words, Yuri was connected to the life jacket by the hooked end of the rope.
100% correct.
If the culprit jumped down from the bell tower while wearing the life jacket, Yuri would be pulled by the other end. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's what the culprit did. Wait, I don't get it. So why was Ruko at the top of the bell tower?
To be framed.
Well, according to Yoriko, she was attacked and found herself unconscious, and then awoke at the top of the bell tower. When Yuki and I met Yuri on the first floor, the culprit must have been waiting for us at the top of the bell tower, along with the unconscious Yoriko, of course.
That explains why Miss Kabuya was the only one there when Miss Sora and Mr. Maeda arrived.
Agreed.
She was a red herring. The real culprit couldn't have been there.
Yo, this plan was kind of insane. What the hell?
After all, they were already outside the bell tower when Mr. Kagurine was pulled up.
It makes sense in theory, but I don't think he'd be able to be pulled up so easily.
Okay, what do you think is a contradiction here, Nikkei?
Why not?
There's tons of other factors involved, like friction and whatnot.
Okay.
Sora, do you remember the bell ringing as Yuri was being pulled up?
Yes, and now I think I know why.
Yuri was pulled up as the culprit jumped, and his body must have hit the bell. Exactly, and the evidence to prove that was those marks. then pulled Yuri up to the tower to cut him using them. Why spend setting up these when they're just going? Wait, it's either this one or the marks on the bell. I think it's either marks on the bell or broken wires. I think it's marks on the bell. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
The culprit threaded the rope through the hanging bell and used it as a fulcrum.
Crazy.
I can't draw that well, but I'll draw you a picture to illustrate.
You got a pen and paper?
May I borrow your sketchbook?
Oh, okay. What? Nah, this is crazy. So they stuck the thing inside of Yuri's leg, and then whoever the person was on top with their jacket. They jumped all the way straight down, and then this man got launched up. Oh, that's insane.
This is how the culprit did it. As you all know, the hole in the top of the bell is very small. Small enough that the hook can't pass through it.
Wow.
I suspect that the culprit attached the hooks after first threading the rope through the hole.
Okay.
That's really high up. How is that even possible?
I'm saying the same thing.
Well, I get it, but Sora, your drawings could use some improvement.
Aroha, that's not the point here, okay? That's not the point here.
Wait, how did the culprit adjust the length of the rope? It sounds simple in theory, but they could have easily fallen to their death if they'd miscalculated.
That's true.
I believe they practiced it beforehand.
Huh?
If you look at the marks on the bell, they don't look shallow enough to have been made by a single attempt.
So the culprit was already practicing. Oh my god, whoever this killer is insane.
Are you proposing that the culprit practiced this act many times before committing the actual crime?
100%.
Yes. The hooks that were connected to Yuri couldn't have passed through the hole in the bell, so the culprit wouldn't fall. The marks on the bell are probably from the friction caused by the rope, and also from the metal hooks scraping against the bell. After the culprit used the correct rope length to reach the surface, they could cut the end of the rope attached to the life jacket, and Yuri would fall to the ground due to the shifting weight and balance.
This is so nuts.
This is the truth of the crime scene that Yuki and I witnessed.
Wait a moment. Even if the culprit accounted for the length of the rope, the bell tower is far too tall.
That's what I'm saying.
If they fell while hanging from just a life jacket with a hook, the force from the landing would dislocate their shoulders.
That's what I'm saying. It's just kind of Kanade said the culprit would be severely injured without anything to cushion the impact. Something to cushion the impact. Is that why the culprit installed that object? That object is? What did they install? They installed the jacket aesthetics, Kanade, Shinji, Shobai. Oh, now it has to be those broken wires. That's the only thing that's really left. I ain't gonna lie.
Got it.
That's what it, okay, yep.
Earlier, Emma was wondering why the culprit would go through all the trouble of setting up those wires. The answer to Kanade's question is probably the broken wires.
The broken wires?
Yuri was cut by the wires as he was dragged up at a high speed. The resulting friction in the process may have had the effect of cushioning the impact.
Now I get it. The wires weren't meant to kill Yuri, but rather to lessen the impact of the fall. This explains why the culprit went through the tedious work of setting up those wires.
Without a doubt.
What
There's something
the
bothering me.
fuck?
If the wires were sharp enough to slice through flesh, why didn't they cut the rope? If it really was that sharp, it should have cut the rope attached to Yuri too.
That rope was made from special materials. It's a tough one from the mart that won't break unless you carefully cut through its padding. I thought it was cool, so I took note of it.
Okay, so that's, I wonder why, but I mean, that's cool too.
I didn't expect it to be used in a murder, though.
That's insane.
So, Ruko's not the culprit?
She's not.
That's what I've been telling you from the start. I'm a victim here too.
That's too bad.
Yo, I love Kanade. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you mean that's too bad?
She wants your ass gone.
Now we have to suspect everyone besides you as the culprit. How are we supposed to narrow it down to the culprit now?
I see. So we're back at the start?
Not really. We did learn something from the previous discussion.
So we did learn that the culprit can't be a woman because they did too many elaborate things to do that. So off rip, all the women are off the chopping block. We now know, well, we already knew Yuriko. She's part of the woman too, but she's just up there for whatever. So we just have to limit the suspects to men now.
The culprit should have been outside the monocruise during nighttime after they kidnapped Yuri.
Yep, that's another thing too. So we can, I was thinking something else completely, but yes, Yuki's right as well on that.
How do you know that?
Think about it. If the culprit was able to do test runs to adjust the rope's length exactly as they needed,
they'd have to do it during nighttime while everyone else is in a mining crew. So they stayed up every morning and would test this shit while other people are inside the mining crews.
then they must have had enough time to do so.
Agreed.
Being outside during nighttime with no one else but Yuri gives the culprit plenty of time to run trials without anyone finding out.
Agreed.
Good point. Someone surely would have noticed the culprit if he was doing trial runs during daytime.
Yup.
Furthermore, there was a prevailing misconception that no one could exit the monocruise during nighttime. I'm sure the culprit thought there would be a good time to test their plan.
Wish they did so.
I'm surprised that we still held that belief until now when people like Kokoro already knew that wasn't the case.
Well, I just stayed up all night once.
Based on the previous discussion, we can infer that the culprit is a man. As we already know, a woman would have no reason to use such difficult methods.
Yup.
It's true that Mr. Kagurine's death would be automatically attributed to a woman due to his previous outburst. So, should a man have committed the crime, the very act of murder itself would become his alibi. A rather clever ploy, I must admit.
True. I can't lie. This is very elaborate.
So now that we know that, we can just narrow it down from all the guys here, right?
In that case, we already know the culprit. It's either Mikado or Shobai. Shobai doesn't have an alibi, and Mikado's the mastermind.
Please do not forget my sincere wish for a class trial free of prejudice. It should be unquestionably clear that I'm giving it my all to unveil the truth.
He kinda is. And Shobai's like, man, this is boring.
Huh? Shobai, were you asleep this whole time?
Huh. Still not over.
That's crazy.
I love
Our
this
lives
guy.
are at stake right now, and you just dozed off?
He don't care, bro. Time is
You've
money.
got all you need. I know the whole story, but you guys don't need my help to figure it out. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. Wake me up when
It's over.
He's insane.
He is.
Anyways, Shobai or Mikado being the culprit seems unlikely, big bro. The culprit must have stayed late at the party last night to kidnap Yuri. But neither Mikado or Shobai were included in that group.
Agreed.
But you know, can't Mikado use magic?
He's refrained himself from using magic, so he can't be it.
You've seen him flying around like nothing. Kidnapping Yuri with those abilities would be a piece of cake.
But that would break his rules of using magic.
Nox's second law. All supernatural and preternatural agencies are ruled out as a matter of course.
What the heck is that?
An absolute code of logic in detective fiction that cannot be violated. It forbids supernatural or unrealistic phenomena from interfering with murders.
Oh, I know that. Isn't it from Umineko when they cry?
Yo, this is so goated. Umiko when they cry is such a... Oh god, this game is peak, bro. These references got me crying.
I give you my most sincere, emphatic vow that I do not use my magic for matters relating to murder cases.
Okay.
I'm not sure I get it, but how can you be so sure? Do you really think we'd ever believe the word of the mastermind?
It seems I am left with little choice. Monochrome. I humbly request that you add a new rule. Mikado Sanoji cannot use magic for any purpose relating to a murder case.
Wow.
Are you sure about that rule?
Oh, seriously?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've already resolved to seal my magic, and its very existence seems to be a hindrance to the natural progression of this trial. I wish to use this opportunity to clarify my position within this killing game.
Wow, he's really being up front with this. I'll take it.
Very well. The regulations will be updated once the trial is over. Mikado Sanoji cannot use magic for any purpose relating to a murder case. As a reminder, the penalty will be execution should you fail to comply.
I understand completely. You have my deepest gratitude.
Okay.
So Mikado can't be the culprit.
Nope.
Why are you trying to make this problem harder than it is? The answer is already out. There's a suspicious individual who satisfies every condition.
I already got kind of an idea who. Honestly, it's hurting me more than ever because I really didn't want this to happen. I'll be really honest with you. This is hurting my soul because the amount of free time I spent with this man, fuck.
Huh? You spoke about the conditions to be the culprit beforehand. Think it over. The individual you referred to is in plain sight.
The conditions we
The
culprit?
conditions that we brought up were...
The culprit was among those who stayed late at yesterday's party.
Yep.
The culprit was also part of the group that prepared the party.
Yep.
Additionally, we figured out that the culprit is a man while discussing the life vest and the murder rehearsals.
Man who stayed last night helped prepare the party. Let's system up. The who just stayed last night was Setsuka, Hajime, Shinji, Yuri, Emma, Yuruko. Automatically, Emma and Yuruko is off the list, and Setsuka all off the list. So all that's left is Hajime, Shinji, and Yuri. The group that prepared the party was, Setsuka, Hajime, Yuki, Mikado, Yukuro, and myself. It can't be Mikado. We already freed up Yukuro. Now it's basically left to Yuki and Hajime. Then could the culprit be? And it's definitely not Yuki. Yep, Hajime. Fuck.
It can only be you. Was it you? Hajime Makunochi.
This is fucking pain, bro. This is fucking pain. This shit. This is... Oh, this is so aggravating. This is killing my soul, bro. Not gonna lie to you.
Was it you, Hajime?
What?
Wait a minute, Sora. You think Hajime's the culprit?
There's nobody aside from Hajime that meets all the conditions to be the culprit.
Agreed.
He helped prepare the party and stayed late to drink with Yuri.
Yep.
He's the only one who was in both groups, and is a man as well.
Yep, exactly.
Precisely. I have been suspecting Hajime since the beginning.
How'd you know right off the bat?
She's just nuts, honestly.
You will remember my question at the start of the investigation. I asked, how do you feel about this murder?
Ah, yes. But how is that relevant?
I can figure out whether a person is lying or not just by hearing them talk.
What? So you knew Hajime was the culprit just from that one question?
Dude, her psychologist talent is so good. Honestly, as long as I have Kokoro in my back pocket, we not losing, bro.
Miss Mitsume, that sounds like an even more magical ability than my own spells.
Oh no, it's way better than your talent, no cap.
I cannot be completely sure of my deduction, naturally. But were I to narrow down my suspects, however, I can figure out the answer by simply comparing the evidence to each suspect. From that, my deduction is that the culprit is Hajime Makunochi.
Then Yuri's murderer, the person that attacked me, it was all him?
Man.
Hey, hold on a damn second. Why am I the culprit all of a sudden? Don't you remember? I may fit the bill, but that doesn't change the fact that I was drunk. The only person who wasn't drunk was Yoruko. Don't tell me you all forgot about that.
Yeah, that's
We're gonna refute that right now. There's an evidence in my board that talked about the bottle. I thought it was suspicious because I thought at the time the Yoruko bottle was someone was drinking, and I thought Yoruko was just drinking water because she can't get drunk. But now it's making more sense.
Yoruko was the only sober person at the party, and even she agrees I was drunk. How could I possibly have killed Yuri?
Because he was faking that shit.
You all said the culprit made serious preparations. Stuff like trial runs. Wouldn't that be impossible to do if you're drunk? Are you guys really accusing me as the culprit? Just because I fit your little conditions? Because if you are, I'm about to get really mad.
No, if we assume Hajime is the culprit, every puzzle piece fits right in. Especially to discuss how the puzzle pieces fit in our next session. I already know what the answer is going to be, literally. Literally, that's like I think that's the only evidence that's left. Leftover bottles. Has to be. Yeah. Nothing else fits besides the leftover bottles.
Culprit couldn't have planned out their crimes while drunk.
Okay.
So they must have been someone who didn't consume alcohol.
Okay, I agree.
Right. There's no way Hajime's the culprit.
Shinji, please make judgments based on logic, not your friendship. There's plenty of reasons why Hajime is suspicious.
No matter how suspicious I am, I couldn't have done anything while I was drunk. Ask Yoruko and check yourself.
What Hajime just said is true. Including Hajime, everyone who stayed to enjoy the party last night were completely drunk. No, that's wrong!
That's gone. I don't even need to listen to the rest of the shit, bro. There was a bottle of water. He was drinking that shit, faking like he was a culprit. Bro, I know this is kind of like a trial. I'm gonna get cooked in these later trials. I could just already feel it. But this one thing I know for sure is that man did that shit, bro.
Everyone was completely drunk last night? I'm not so sure about that.
What are you saying?
I found these liquor bottles in the guest house, and some of them were filled with water.
Water?
At first, I thought it was mixed in during the whole mess of alcohol being brought to the party.
I just thought it was a whole bunch of bottles and that Yuriko was drinking water just to make sure everyone else was okay, but now it makes more sense.
But now that I think about it, it's possible that the culprit was just pretending to be drunk and drink water instead.
Damn.
Wait a minute. I don't remember much because of my foggy memory. But are you saying that someone was just acting as if they were drunk?
Correct, Setsuka.
If Hajime was acting drunk during the party, he knew we would cross him off the suspect list. There's more to it than just that.
If I'm on the right track here, something I heard earlier should further condemn Hajime. That something is... Oh, there's more? What is it? Marks on the bells, tethered, Nade, in the morning. She gave... Yoriko's the only one. Yoriko gave a recap of last night events just before nighttime. However, Yuri went off on his own in the bathroom, but she didn't know who it was.
Got it.
Yup.
Yoriko, do you remember what you told me earlier? You said Yuri left to go to the washroom before you all went back to the monocruise.
Yes, I did.
Didn't you also say that someone else left with Yuri at that time? You said you couldn't remember who that someone was, but do you think that person could have been Hajime?
Huh? Give me a second to think. Well,
Wait, I think I remember. That person told us to go ahead while he took Riri to the washroom. They told us they'd follow us back right after. They had blonde hair and bulky muscles. It was Mac!
So it was Hajime. Damn,
Yes,
Hajime.
I believe it was. I wasn't paying much attention back then because I was under the influence. The thought that a murder would occur had hardly crossed my mind that night.
you both remember? Jeez, why can't I remember?
Even the drunk people remember what happened. Why couldn't you, Yoriko?
Nade is on Yoriko's ass.
Because your brain has more air bubbles than last night's booze.
Yo, she's the GOAT.
I can't take note of everything while I'm completely absorbed in taking care of drunk people.
Damn.
Why are you being so harsh with me?
She don't give a fuck about you, dog.
Because your bad memory frustrates me. Had you remembered, we could have pinned down the culprit much faster than we did.
She's like, you shit for brains. Get better at your memory, dog.
But thanks to the testimonies from the others, I think we have got the culprit set in stone. Gary must have been completely drunk. He couldn't even walk on his own. In fact, wouldn't he nearly be out cold, considering the fact that he didn't refuse help from a man like Hajime?
So Hajime lied about Yuri going to the washroom and left off with him, then never came back to the monocruise.
Yep.
Considering Hajime as the culprit allows everything we've talked about so far to make perfect sense. Hajime, did you really murder Yuri?
He did.
Your argument is too soft!
Shinji's fighting? Okay, cool.
Wait, Sora, please! Hajime's the culprit?
Oh,
That can't be
sucks, though.
right.
That's his bro. That was his running buddy.
Hajime has an alibi. Please, let me explain. I know fighting with words isn't my thing, but I'll have to do it to fight you, Sora. I have to do it for my friend.
I hate to do this to you, dog. Has to be Spiral Staircase.
Hajime and I go jogging every morning. That's our routine, right after waking up. As always, I was waiting for him this morning. Like I said, while I was waiting, I saw Yoruko leaving the monocruise. Hajime did arrive a bit later than usual, but committing a murder in that small gap is impossible. He's a cool guy. When a man's gotta go, he's gotta go. You can't blame him for that.
Shinji, don't you think the fact that he arrived late itself rouses suspicion? Hajime is pretty strict about time as far as I know. Even if what you said is true, something about his actions are strange.
Yes, they're certainly strict. But when the discovery announcement was made, Hajime was with us at the dining hall. If Hajime committed the murder at the bell tower, he wouldn't have returned in time to meet with us in the dining hall.
Okay, he saw the bye. He wouldn't have returned with us in the dining hall. If I can refute his point, Hajime won't have any more arguments to defend him. Let's think carefully.
Hajime and I were jogging every...
Okay, so let me make sure. But okay, it's not that. So it's spiral staircase. The spiral staircase connected the first floor of the bell tower to the top. The stairs are the only way to get to the top. Since the tower is quite tall, it takes at least 5 minutes to get to the top, no matter how fast they are. Whatever the culprit did, they were definitely to the top of the floor when they did it, so we can assume they got up the staircase, okay?
But when the discovery announcement was made, Hajime was with us at the dining hall. If Hajime committed the murder at the bell tower, he wouldn't have returned in time to meet with us.
I'll pierce
That's the
through
one.
those words.
Yeah. That was the one. Bro, this is such a phenomenal mini game. I shot on damn accident the bullet and I fucking lost a point for that. Unbelievable. This is fucking so fire. Oh my god, bro.
Sorry, Shinji. Hajime actually could have easily made it back in time. The body discovery announcement was made sometime after Yuri's death.
What?
Of course. The announcement is only made when 3 or more people discover the body.
Mhm.
There was no announcement when Sora and I saw Yuri's corpse. Monoko announced the discovery only after we ran to the top and met Yoriko, and she also saw the body.
Yup.
So, did it go something like this? From Yuri's death to the body discovery announcement, the culprit had extra time to move around while Sora and Yuki climbed up the stairs.
As everyone who used the stairs during the investigation knows, it takes at least 5 minutes to get to the top.
More than enough time to jump to get away before, you know, getting to the top to see who actually did the crime.
Of course, the culprit was able to quickly get down safely by jumping off the tower using his fulcrum mechanism. This is a small island. If you run fast enough from the bell tower to the Mona Cruise, wouldn't it be possible to meet with everyone else at the dining hall before the announcement?
Then...
Wait, but didn't Shinji say he went jogging with Hajime?
But they didn't jog because he was late, because he said, sorry, I went to the bathroom at that time, while the entire time he was already finishing the job with the murder on Yuri.
Yuri died at 7:30 a.m. If they went jogging together right after the morning announcements, how did Hajime kill Yuri?
Shinji and I briefly parted ways while jogging.
But that was just to get your girl card that you left at the guest house, right?
Nope.
And even that didn't take more than 10 minutes. Executing this whole murder plan in such a short time isn't possible.
There's one thing that keeps bothering me. Do we agree that the culprit attacked Yuko right after the door opened, and then they carried her to the top of the tower? If so, they attacked Yuko and moved her to the bell tower at 7 o'clock on the dime, returned to the Mona Cruise and met with Shin, started jogging, parted with him, and went to the top of the tower again. Checked that you and Rara were there, and murdered Riri by jumping off. Dealt with the rope and the life vest, and then came back to the Mona Cruise, all within such a short period of time?
Insane.
Shinji, at what time did you meet with Hajime this morning?
Well, it was around 7:15 a.m.
Even if we say the culprit ambushed Yoriko at 7 a.m., 5 minutes to run to the tower, 5 minutes to rush up the stairs, 5 minutes to rush back down, 5 minutes back to the cruise, there just wouldn't be enough time, even if Hajime buffed up his strength somehow.
Oh, there'd be enough time, all right. All you have to do was remove a step, and all the pieces fit perfectly into place.
Which step remove?
Remove a step? Were the stairs the only way down? No. He could have slid down the rope, as if he were riding an elevator. Didn't he already adjust their rope length for that?
So he did it again.
Ah, that makes sense.
But wasn't the rope that connected to the life vest also connected to Yuri's body? Yuri died at 7:30 a.m., but if he rode the rope at that time, he would have killed Yuri after jumping. That's still a problem.
He just had to get rid of the rope's connection with Yuri. Hajime could have simply yanked out the hook from Yuri's calf while he was carrying Yoriko to the top.
What the? Yo, this is insane.
Ew. Not a lot of people wander outside in the morning. And Hajime would be the first person to enter the bell tower. Wouldn't everything be solved if we assume that he put it back into Yuri's leg?
That's right. There was another wound on Yuri's leg. Must have been because of that. The wound he had, the second calf stab wound. This one. Yup. What the?
Mysterious stab wound on Yuri's right calf. Kanade's hypothesis would explain how that wound was created in the first place. Initially, the hook was in Yuri's right calf, but in order to save time after moving Yoriko to the top, the culprit used it as a mode of transportation.
What?
In other
Fuck,
words,
bro.
the culprit took out the hook from his right calf to move down, then hooked it back into Riri's left calf when he returned?
Yo, this is crazy work.
After meeting with Shinji, the only thing left for him was to take his plan into action. So when he saw Yuki and Sora making their way to the top of the bell tower, he jumped down to kill Yuri.
Yup.
Wait, Rara. You said a while ago that the culprit used wires to slow the falling and cushion the impact. But if he used the rope before the murder like you just said, doesn't that mean there was nothing to cushion the impact?
Ah, that's true.
The wires cutting Yuri's body would break the fall when the culprit killed him. But if he jumped with nothing but a small hook on the other side, there wouldn't be anything to slow him down.
Isn't this a bit problematic? I remember Miss Little Sis saying anyone who fell from that height would get their shoulders crushed.
No, it's not a problem this time. I know this sounds like I'm contradicting my own words, but unlike back then, we know for sure who the culprit is.
The culprit? Are you speaking of Hajime?
I get it. Hajime has the physical ability to do it. He's the only one that can physically do this job.
Earlier, I said anyone would end up with a shoulder injury because I didn't know who the culprit was.
Cause yo, this is fucking insane.
Hajime is the ultimate boxer. Wouldn't he be able to withstand some degree of impact with his great physique?
Correct.
After all, no one cares more about their health than he does.
So he's the...
The life vest also would have absorbed some of the impact, right?
But doesn't that sound a bit unrealistic? And even if he could survive the fall, that doesn't explain why he would bother setting up those wires. Why waste time preparing a braking system when you can just endure the impact in the first place?
In your opinion, whom amongst us would possess the fortitude necessary to pull off such a feat?
Huh? Well, based on pure muscle, I guess Hajime or Big Bro?
Yeah, it'd literally be Hajime or Shinji.
You see, the list of potential culprits has instantaneously been reduced to 2 individuals.
Oh, I get it. The fact that they were set up could be so the culprit could use their existence as an alibi.
Correct.
If there weren't any breaks, the second that jumping trick was revealed, our first question would obviously be, who could endure the impact?
Yep.
Exactly. Of course, he also might have still needed a safety device to lessen the pain of the full impact, regardless of whether or not Hajime ended up enduring the impact. It's a definitive truth that the culprit jumped twice from the top of the bell tower.
What
And therefore our conclusion would also be correct. Perhaps we should also examine Hajime's shoulders and see if we find any other condemning evidence.
Yeah, the culprit would have had plenty of time at night to estimate the strength of the impact through experimentation.
Yup. What the fuck?
I may interject. Yuki stated that he received a message from Yuri asking for assistance, but the existence of this correspondence in itself is extremely suspicious. Yuri, with his acute misinjury, reaching out to another man on the verge of his own death.
Oh, facts.
Is it not unnatural?
That's super unnatural.
Most certainly. Yuki even said that Yuri was delighted at the idea of being killed by a woman. It's definitely not the attitude of someone who would ask for help if such a thing had actually happened.
Yup.
The message was probably sent to Yuki by Hajime, using Yuri E-Handbook Plus to create an alibi. That way, he'd be able to make whoever witnessed the murder scene run up to the top of the tower to catch the culprit.
Now I see why he used a syringe with measurements on it to inject the anesthetic. It was to make sure that Yuri woke up the second Sora and I got to the tower.
So, Jimmy was really thinking that far ahead when he planned the murder?
Bro, honestly, this was an insane first trial. What the hell? Dude, that is actually an insane mechanism he did to get Yuri to die.
Hey! Why are you all so confident that Hajime's the culprit?
Shinji, I'm sorry, brother. He's gone. And I hate it more than you because I spent 5 times with this man. I was with this man for 5 free-time events.
So the culprit set up wires not only to cushion the impact, but to confuse us and set up an alibi.
I bought his daily skill and trial skill for crying out loud.
And then he used the rope to move down. I'd say that theory checks out. But why did he put the hook in Yuri's leg and then take it back out? He could have gone down the tower with the rope first and then put it in his leg.
Could it be, perchance, that Miss Kabuya's interference threw a wrench into the culprit's machination?
Through a wrench?
How
Allow
so?
me to explain my reasoning. Being unable to enter the monocruise once the slumbering hours occurred, the culprit was left with no option but to wait until morning. Therefore, it was crucial that they board the ship the moment the gates opened so they could play the part of the innocent. But Miss Kabuya stated that she exited the monocruise the instant the gates opened. Perhaps the two had a fateful encounter. Thus, The culprit had no choice but to ambush her in order to eliminate any possibility of her going to the bell tower.
True.
It would have completely jeopardized his carefully laid out plans, after all.
I agree with Mikado. If you think about it, jumping off the top of the bell tower like that without anything to cushion your fall is just insane. It would have been a risky gamble. Even for Hajime, he wouldn't have done it unless he was forced to, due to some outside interference.
But, like, why did Ruko even go out that early in the morning? It makes her super suspicious, you know?
I mean, that is true.
I told you already. I just wanted to get a head start on my investigation. With everyone's morale being boosted from the party, I felt motivated to really give it my all. But the murder made the whole thing pointless, of course.
Well, I think we finally put all the pieces together. Is there anything we're missing, Hajime?
Hajime,
Hey!
you're cooked, bro.
Hajime, I still believe in you.
Shinji, you're my bro, but this guy gotta go.
Why are you just standing there? Tell them they're wrong.
I admit, everything they've said seems to line up nicely. I'm not sure where to start.
Maybe that's because you're guilty?
That's enough. Don't you believe in your friends at all?
You're all teaming up on me with weak, bullshit speculation. There's nothing else to say.
Minigame turn no too short, but would you like to hear? Okay. Do you have to present a final? Okay, this is turn no talk shooting. Okay, this decisive piece of evidence in order to defeat a desperate opponent using irrational arguments to defend themselves. Before you can present the evidence, you must break off the pieces of arguments. Okay, it's going to display a total of 8 lines, and the opponent's arguments will appear at random. Each move the cursor. Perceive. Okay, 5. Gray, purple, blue, respectively. Cannot move the cursor and empty space in the middle. And load shifting. Okay. See black arguments on screen. This is opponent's true feelings. True feelings are comment arises from weaker points in your opinion. If you shoot them, you will take damage instead. Okay. Should your opponent's true feeling arise, don't shoot it, just let it fade on its own. After breaking all the layers of your opponent's argument, you'll have to opportunity a final piece. So defeat your opponent. Use the correct arrow keys to put the prop, press it correctly, you deliver the decisive blow. Okay. Your opponent will gain some health and go back. Okay, got you. Alright, let's get it.
What a load of crap! You've got no proof! Why are you suspecting me? That ain't convincing! I refuse to believe this! I'm done for. Your logic is bullshit! What's the point? What's the point? That ain't convincing! You've got no proof! Why are you suspecting me? You guys really falling for this shit? I refuse to believe this! Your logic is bullshit! You've got no evidence! That ain't convincing! You guys really falling for this shit? I refuse to believe this! What a load of crap! You've got no proof! Why are you suspecting me? It's over. I refuse to believe this! You guys really falling for this shit? It's over. You've got no evidence. What a load of crap! That ain't convincing! You've got no proof! Why are you suspecting me? You guys really falling for this shit? I refuse to believe this!
Man, I can't believe I gotta do this to you, bro.
It's over.
This is so fire, bro.
You guys really falling for this shit? I refuse to believe this! What a load of crap! You've got no proof! What's the point? That ain't convincing! I refuse to believe this!
Okay, let's go.
I refuse to believe this! Logic is bullshit! Why are you suspecting me? You guys really falling for this shit? Got no evidence. What a load of crap! Why are you suspecting me? Got no proof. That ain't convincing! I refuse to believe this! Got no evidence. What a load of crap! That ain't convincing! I refuse to believe this! Logic is bullshit! Why are you suspecting me? You guys really
Okay, now I understand why that terminal took us LP.
Why are you
Bro,
suspecting me?
because
Got no
I
proof.
probably
That
should
ain't
be like,
convincing. I refuse to believe this! Got no evidence.
this is
What a load of
insane.
crap.
I love this game though.
What's the point? Your logic is bullshit. Why are you suspecting me? You guys really falling for this shit? Got no evidence. What a load of crap.
Oh my
Why
God.
are you suspecting me? Got no proof. That ain't convincing. I refuse to believe this. Got no evidence. What a load of...
Yeah, we're about to cook you, dog.
You've got no proof. Why are you suspecting me? Convincing. Your logic is bullshit. You guys really falling for
This is so fun. Oh my God, I'm having the best time of my life. Oh crap. Oh my God, it's going faster. Gotta get better at reloading. Go reload. Okay, boom, boom.
Why are you suspecting me? I refuse to believe this. Got no proof. Why are you suspecting me? Your logic is bullshit. I
Okay, I can do
refuse
that.
to believe this! You've got no evidence, point. That ain't convincing! I refuse to believe this! You've got no evidence. Your logic is bullshit, point. You've got no proof. You've got no evidence. Why are you suspecting me? I refuse to believe this! Got no...
Alright, let's get it.
Tell me why the hell I'm suspicious!
It's unusual behavior for Hajime.
This is the end.
GG's, brother.
No! Stop it!
That was so good. Oh my god, this was so good. VA's killed it. This trial shit is so... Bro, this is peak at its finest. Oh my god. What? I can't believe I've been like...
Hey, Hajime.
I just can't.
Are you really going to insist that you were drunk? You, Hajime Makinochi, got completely drunk?
Facts. The one that talks about, I always take care of my health for the prime reasons. I should have, bro, every time I think back, when I go back to the moments where in the party he was like, and you didn't invite me to drink, knowing how well he takes care of his body, that was a lie from the start.
That's not like you at all, Hajime.
Exactly.
Nobody in our group cares more about their health than you, Hajime. I thought it was kind of strange that you were drinking at the party. You did say drinking a bit was good for your health, but you've made it sound like you drank way more than that.
And I just can't see someone like you not being able to restrain themselves from drinking.
There's a little thing called mood at a party, you know? I'm human just like the rest of you. Even I can cut loose and ignore my health for a bit.
Mac, I just remembered. You were the one who invited Riri to the party, weren't you?
Oh, so damn, that's true.
Right. He suggested that we invite Yuri, saying he's not entirely a bad person. Even then, he hadn't forgotten to talk about the importance of health.
Damn it! Hajime, what the hell were you thinking?
That's what I'm saying. Man, the homie really going?
I'm not the culprit.
Fine, have it your way. Let's review this case from the start, then you'll have no choice but to admit to your crimes.
Many close arguments. Let's see. You have to recap everything in a case of 4 framed comic strips. The top left will show you the total number of pages you'll have to complete in a separate comic book. Okay, some frame cuts will be given at the bottom of the screen. Choose a piece with the left and right arrow keys and put them in order from first to last. First, say the clicks. Click the specifics frame cuts, which should help you figure out the placement of each one. As the difficulty rises, more frames will be cuts. The project for crates, but fake frames cuts will be presented. What? Once a page is completed, you will proceed to review it. If you think your assembly piece is correct, press Z to check the answers. Otherwise, you may reset the page by pressing, okay, got you. There's no penalty for setting pages. Focus gauge will take damage. After all the pages, same. Whoa. So get an explanation of the case once it's completed. You have to start over from the first page if your focus gauge is completely empty during it. So do your best to avoid that. Okay. Alright, let's get it. The culprit came up with a plan after hearing about the party. Yuri decided that the girls may kill him anytime they wanted. Since the culprit takes interest in Yuri's declaration, thinking they may be able to use it for murder. Okay, so I think it starts off with this one, right? That one? Okay, so Yuri suggested a party. So let's get decided. Set. Yeah, as I said, I need to reset that actually. So I think it goes, I actually think it goes, what is it? I think what happened was, couple cameras playing after hearing about the party. Okay, so it started off with this one. This one was the first one. Then he took, then it was, Hajime took declaration on this. Then after that, it was Setsuka suggested a throw a party. Culprit came up with a plan after hearing about the party. Gotcha. I think that's is how it went. Wonderful. There is 9 pages of this? My God. Okay. So the culprit helped setting up the party. Suddenly intoxicated. Party began quietly. During preparation, the culprit sneaked in. Okay, so I think what happened, the culprit had set up the party. During the preparations, the culprit sneaked into among the parties. Then it was the party began and they quietly observed the situation and then saw Yuri heavily intoxicated. That has to be the right one. Wonderful. Okay, good. We're cooking right now. All right, so now after this, the culprit pretended to help Yuri. The party went on until nighttime. It's in bell tower. Culprit injected anesthetic. Okay, so that's what it was. So the party went on until nighttime. Then the culprit pretended to help Yuri and sneak away from the group. That was it. Then he takes it to the bell tower, and then the culprit injected anesthetic. That one I already know. All right, boom. Let's see. Oh wait, okay, this looks hard. The culprit adjusted the rope, installed the wires, and prepared any other things necessary. So it's this one. After finishing preparations, there was that one. Walking out the gate to the monocle as the monocle's open. And then it was this one. The culprit carried Yuriko's body. Yuriko's body to the bell tower, then took out the hook from the Yuri's calf, registered the rope as a tool. The culprit ambushed Yuriko and took the anesthetic. Okay. This one. Then carried. Made the hook. And did this. Oh, I missed this one? Fuck. I thought I had that one. Okay, so... Damn, of course I was wrong. Alright, so let's see. The culprit carried Yuri to the bell tower, then took off the hook from Yuri's calf. Oh, that's what it was. It's this one first, then this, then that, and then that. That's confirmed. Alright, that was my mistake. Okay, next. Alright, 5 of them now. To carry out their murder trick, the culprit puts the hook back. Okay, not that. Culprit parts with Shinji with the made-up excuse. Ready to pull his plan into action. Culprit sends the thing. Got you. So what he did was he returned back in the shortest amount of time possible, met up with Shinji, makes up the excuse. Then he carries out the murder trick by putting this in the thing. Ready to put his plan into action, sends a message to Yuki. Oh, wait. Wait, there's some fake ones. Alright, there's some fake ones. No, that should be right. Okay, so it has to be this one, then this, then that, then that, and that was this fake. Oh my god, fuck. I had it right the first time. Which one's the fake one? Or maybe it's this, then that, then that, and then this. Right there, made up an excuse. Do the leg, sent the message. That's what it was. Okay, that was the fake shit. Okay. Got it. Okay. You had to see everything in order, basically. That makes sense. So then, Yuki read the message. We see the e-handbook. Connected to the culprit by the rope. Yuki ascended to the top of the... So you enter that. This one. That. Good. I'm cooking right now. Hold on. He cut the wire. He goes up. He dies. Then we discover the body. He cuts out the wire. He's slashed up. No, that's fake. I think that's fake evidence, right? Oh my god. my god, I gotta start from the beginning. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Alright, that 8th page is hard as shit. I'll be right back. Alright, back to this now. This one's the hard one. So when he jumps down, he goes up, he's cut, then he drops down, then it's this. Fuck, I can't believe I messed that one up. Alright, then after that was done, we saw the corpse. Believing that the culprit is at the top, you cannot climb the stairs. We dash back up. We rendezvous with the group. And then we do this. We dash up to the stairs. He's running out to getting evidence. We meet back up and then we see the body.
This is the truth of the case.
Oh my god, what a wow, what a troublesome. What an act.
It all began when Yuri started saying all that weird stuff about wanting to die for a single woman. He knew we were all growing desperate, so he offered any girl the chance to kill him and escape. Unfortunately, his words caught the attention of this case's culprit. If Yuri had been killed, everyone would suspect a woman of being the culprit. The culprit used this to their advantage in the murder. However, Yuri had locked himself away and only answered to women. Setsuka decided she wanted to host a surprise party to get everyone to cheer up.
Yep.
Our culprit saw this party as a critical part of their plan. After getting himself involved with the party setup, he was able to convince everyone to invite Yuri. While preparing the party, our culprit took the opportunity to swap some of the drinks with alcohol. This was to make sure people would get drunk. It wasn't long after the party started when Yuri, a man who was fond of alcohol, had become completely intoxicated.
Man.
Both our culprit and the victim drank late into the night until they had to return to the monocruise. Once the party reached its end, our culprit helped Yuri and slipped away from the others. As a result, both the culprit and the victim were left all alone at night outside the monocruise. Once separated, the culprit took our victim directly to the bell tower. Since this all took place at night, there were no witnesses or interruptions that could affect them.
Correct.
Yuri was already passed out from being drunk, but to be extra sure, our culprit used a syringe to inject him with an anesthetic solution that would keep him out for a long time. Since our culprit had plenty of time until morning, he took some time to practice his method. It was during this practice that they made sure all of their measurements were perfect. Once the culprit was satisfied with their preparations, they had to wait outside until morning. Once the morning announcement went off, our culprit was going to enter the monocruise. However,
Yoriko stopped that plan.
As soon as the doors opened, Yoriko stepped out of the monocruise. If she had gone to the bell tower, this whole case would have been ruined for the culprit. The culprit had no choice but to inject her with the remaining anesthetic and moved her to the bell tower. Although the decision was made in the moment, it actually ended up driving suspicion away from them. During this time, the culprit had become late to their morning jog with Shinji, so they had to hurry. So, they removed the hook from Yuri's right calf while moving Yoriko. Going both up and down the stairs would take too much time, so they decided to use the hook as a means of transportation.
Yep.
With Yoriko in tow, the culprit rushed to the top of the bell tower. With the hook detached, our culprit quickly jumped off the tower using their fulcrum method. Normally, they would injure themselves without the weight of Yuri and the wires to slow them down. But they decided to take a risk and put their faith into their fitness and health. Luckily for our culprit, his talent was perfect for something like this.
Exactly.
The culprit, who had shortened his travel time, joined with Shinji in the monocruise. During the jog, our culprit made an excuse to depart from Shinji for a moment. Returning to the bell tower, the culprit rearranged the hook placement. They couldn't reuse the right calf, as it had been completely torn up, so they inserted it into the left calf. This is the reason he had wounds on both of his calves.
Makes sense now.
Once everything was ready, the culprit used Yuri's e-handbook plus to send a distress message to Yuki. As Yuki received the distress message, our culprit quickly made their way up to the bell tower. Once the culprit heard that we had arrived and Yuri had woken up, the culprit jumped off the bell tower once again, this time with the intention of murder. Yuri, who was connected to the life jacket via the hooks, was sent flying into the air.
Bro, this is
As Yuri
crazy.
flew up, he was cut by several sharp wires that had been set up by the culprit. The culprit, now safely on the ground, cut the rope and... Yuri was sent falling downwards to finish him off. Since there was nothing to slow his fall, it was without a doubt the true cause of death. Yuri, who we had just witnessed alive a moment earlier, was now a bloody mess on the ground. This is the truth of Yuri's death as Yuki and I had witnessed.
Such an elaborate plan too. This is an insane plan.
Once we saw the gruesome sight, we decided to rush up the stairs, hoping to find the culprit at the top. While we rushed to the top, the culprit disposed of the life jacket and was hurried towards the monocruise. Doing so would give them an alibi when the body discovery announcement went off. Fortunately for them and their fitness, they were able to make it back in time for the announcement. Right after the body discovery announcement, the culprit made their way to the bell tower with everyone else. In doing so, they reacted innocently with everyone else and pretended to be shocked by the event. However, this was all an act. In truth, they had been the one to kill Yuri. That culprit is without a doubt.
Man.
You, Hajime Makinochi, the ultimate boxer!
Oh, this is so fire, bro. Yeah, I was going through it. Didn't get many points on that one. I was going through that,
It's over,
a closing
Hajime.
argument.
You are the culprit.
Yep. It's caught, man. Really sucks it had to be you, bro.
Well, I guess I can't argue against that.
Does that mean?
He's done it.
It can't be helped. They got it all right. I'm sorry, Shinji, but I'm the culprit.
Boy. I was really cooking until this final one, brother. Bam! I'm tight. Bro, that closing argument fucked me up. I possibly could have got an A. I really, man. Awesome. 8 skill points. How many monocrows did I get at least? I'll take that. 10,000. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Have we reached a conclusion? That wasn't nearly as interesting as I thought it would be.
Are you serious? That shit was fire. Bro, that was a fire first class trial.
Are you ready to see if your answer is right or wrong? As a warning, you only have one chance. I will assume that you've had enough time and proceed to the voting. Now everyone, choose who you think is the culprit with the switch in front of you. Will your answer be correct or incorrect? What will be the outcome?
Should've let him laugh. That's my bad. Yep. Nope. Perfect. Amazing. Amazing choice, y'all. And trial ended. All rise. Wonderful class trial. Woo. Yes.
Oh.
Your answer is correct. The culprit who killed Yuri Kakurin was Hajime Makinochi. Congratulations on coming to the correct conclusion.
Shit.
Hajime, how could you? I'm sorry.
What is it?
So you're the culprit. You murdered Yuri, and all you have to say for yourself is, "I'm sorry." Why, Hajime? Why would you, of all people, kill someone? Bro, we hanged out, bro. You was like my buddy, bro. I even went to your damn room. I even fed you a drink. I literally opened the bottle for you and just poured it to you like this, bro. And you telling, man, please give us an answer. Why'd you kill Yuri Hajime? I can't tell you. You can't tell us? You wouldn't understand even if I did, and it would only make you despise me more than you already do. Are you seriously? This is your fault we had to go through this whole trial mess in the first place. We do all this and you don't even give us a straight answer? Well, to be honest, you weren't very helpful, sis. Oh my gosh, Kanade is... Mac, please tell us. We want to know why. Did you forget about the rules of the class trial? The rules? If the black and identified as in a trial, they'll be perished. Right, Hajime, you're about to die now. Don't you realize that? Indeed, those are the clear, cruel rules of the class trial. If the Blackened is identified during the class trial, they alone will be punished. Since Monokuro confirmed our answer, Hajime is without a doubt the Blackened that killed Yuri, and thus, Hajime wouldn't be able to escape from the inevitable of his immediate death. She's right, Hajime. We don't despise you, but we have to know what led you to commit the murder. Was it just because you wanted to escape, that's all? It was the same for all of us. We all have friends and family waiting for us out there. We all had the willpower to hold in our desire to escape. It's hard to believe that Hajime would just murder someone because he wanted to leave. You must have another reason, something that pushed you to commit murder. Mac, just tell us what it is. If you don't, I really don't know if we'll be able to move forward from this. I'm sorry, I still can't tell you. Hajime.
Yeah, well...
But you're right. I didn't kill Yuri just to get off this island. I had to commit murder, so I did. My decision didn't have a process. The only thing left was to behold that's the outcome. Whatever my true reason was, I killed Yuri. I'm not trying to make excuses here. I just want to die the way I am now, as a murderer. Hajime.
Hey.
Die? Don't just jump to conclusions. That's not decided yet. Just wait. I'm sure there'll be another way. What are you talking about? There's no exceptions on the rules on this island. Are you turning to escapism now? No, but... Hold on just a second, Hajime. Did you say you wanted to die as a murderer? What are you getting at, Kokoro? That's not what you're thinking at all. Bro, she is... Oh my god, she might be the best character ever, bro. She's really catching all this shit. What are you saying?
It's pointless.
You cannot deceive me, Hajime. The emotions in your words just now. You're hiding something. What's the matter, Kokoro? While it's true that Hajime's words just now seem stoic, his thoughts betray something else entirely. Hajime is under the belief that he himself will not die at all. What do you mean, Kokoro? Are you reading his thoughts or something? I know your mind reading is real, Coco, but doesn't it seem a bit off for Mac to think that way right now? I cannot read his exact emotions because of those sunglasses covering his eyes, but I see that there's an abnormal reason for a murder of. But I see that there was an abnormal reason for your murder of Yuri. What was it?
You piece of...
I have no idea. Oh, you piece of... I have no idea what you're talking about. I was prepared to die. I have nothing more to say. Monokuro, just start your stupid punishment. Mr. Makanouchi, you may tell them. What?
So how's that?
You may tell them the truth. I suppose you're concerned about the consequences, but that is no matter. Speak freely. Besides, I doubt we can hide this from Kokoro.
Watch it.
Hey, stop bothering him. Why are you trying to make that decision for him? Is this another one of your conspiracies? Mikado, are you sure it's okay? What?
Good grief.
Completely. You are already aware of our abilities, yes? While we cannot reveal everything at this moment, telling them your reason for murder should be acceptable. I will handle the aftermath. Do as you please, Mr. Makanouchi. Those two, what are they talking about right now? Kokoro's like, what the fuck is going on? Really? Well, if you say so. Nothing's ever gone wrong listening to you. Well, what is he talking about? Hajime, what's going on? After finishing that sentence, Hajime took a deep breath. Then he spoke.
So, y'all want to know why I committed murder, huh? The answer's simple. It's because I was supposed to commit murder.
Excuse me? His eyes full of madness, his mouth letting out a twisted tone of voice. Bro, look at him, a menace to society. The Hajime we knew was gone, and in his place was Hajime we have never seen before.
What are you talking about, Hajime? You're You're acting really strange.
No, bro, that is all Hajime sees is red.
What's so strange? You all wanted to know why I did it, right? And it's just as I said. It was my mission to murder.
I don't understand what you're saying. And something doesn't look right about you now.
He's insane.
Sorry for keeping quiet. But since it's already too late, and Mikado gave me permission, I'd like to say it out loud to y'all.
Bro, this voice actor is killing it though. Say what out loud?
How dangerous.
Although this must be painful to hear, I must reveal that Mr. Makinochi is part of Void. Oh, he's one of his members' agencies or his organization or whatever. Void? What's that? That's the name of the organization Mikado briefly mentioned on the first day we came to the island. Huh? Didn't he just make that up for his false persona? It looks like it wasn't the case. Whoa! Void Hajime? Oh my god, this man is evil. Look at him! That's right, I'm working with Mikado, the mastermind behind this whole killing game. What? It's a lie. This can't be.
Correct.
It isn't a lie. This fact perfectly explains Hajime's strange behavior. It was all planned out from the start. Then everything he did, everything we known him for, it was all an act. I told you, didn't I? If I tell you why I killed, you'd all hate me even more. I was trying to pay you all back for our past weeks together by getting off the stage as quietly as possible. Hajime, were you really on the mastermind signs this whole time? That's right. Oh my god! That's right. I've been on his side from the very first day of this field trip. No, before even that, from the very start of his plan. That's the world's famous boxing star Hajime Makinochi involved in a large-scale criminal organization like this? Damn it. Normally this would have been perfect for a headline, but I'm in shock. I can't believe it.
Watch it.
You, Hajime, what? How come? What do you mean by it's supposed to murder?
Regardless.
They likely cooperated this event in advance. You must kill someone to escape this island. It's easier said than done. The killing game could easily fall into a deadlock when its centerpiece is something as wicked as murder. I suppose Hajime's role was to break the deadlock by committing the first murder, am I correct?
You're amazing.
Indeed, we had planned everything in advance. It would have been, I don't even know how you say that word, but it would have been serendipitous for a murder to have occurred without Mr. Makinochi's involvement. But reality is rarely that cooperative. That conversation at the dining hall yesterday. Do you remember when Yuri said that our motive to murder was weak? Back then, Mikado answered that the killing game was structured so that someone would kill. Is this what he meant by that? So basically, however many members he has on this void, there's no reason to give a motive. Because the motive is you gotta deal with all the voids. Everyone that's not a void, you're fucked. You're just done. It's over. Is this what he meant by that? Hajime worked for the mastermind and hides among us in our daily lives? And if a murder didn't occur, he was going to come out and do it himself?
How's that?
Now that we've crossed this threshold, I believe it would be best to drive the dagger of despair even deeper. Allow me to reveal one more painful truth to you all.
I'm just kidding around.
The truth, Mr. Makinochi and I are not the only members of... What? Myself included, the Void members is 5. Oh, we're fucked. Oh, you know something? Forget what I said. You said I gotta stay here to live? Maybe I might take murder into action. I can't lie. At that point, man, bump it. If you're telling me you got Void members here, I'd probably try to figure out who they are and get them gone and try to survive. At that point, bump it. I'm basically stuck in a place where at any time I got these voids looking at me devious. Bump that. Nope. I can't, bro. So with Hajime down, there's 3 more people left. That means there's 3 more other voids that are among us. We're so fucked. And all 5 of them are currently standing in this very GG. Do you fully grasp the implication of what this means? That means we're cooked. There's more of us besides Hajime that are working for you right now? No, wait, who are they?
Careful now.
Naturally, I cannot say. Oh, and if it wasn't already evident, the late Mr. Kagarin is excluded from all this, so yeah. It is truly a tragedy. He would have made this school trip so much more interesting had he lived a little bit longer.
Well.
I had no choice. It was to create a conflict of men versus women for the exact repercussion of this case. Yuri was the one whose death would be able to achieve that. He stirred up theories of a woman being the culprit just by being the victim of this case. What, Hajime? Don't tell me that's the sole reason of you murdering someone. You listen, Shinji. My mission was to kill someone. All I had to do was to choose you. Of course, I had to prepare the murder and all the tricks by myself as well. It was a load of work and a lot of weight on my shoulders. I tried my best to win, but I guess it was too hard to deceive the brain power of 13 people. Not to mention, it would have been a whole other problem that I had to actually win. You bastard. Huh? Big bro, no violence. Damn! Unable to repress his anger, Shinji ran towards Hajime. But Hajime easily overpowered Shinji, someone taller than himself, with a single punch, because he's the ultimate boxer. Fuck. Are you nuts? Did you really think you could challenge the ultimate boxer? Yo, he's him. Bro, he's him. Oh my god, Hajime is evil. What the fuck is going on? Mr. Makanouchi, even if you're about to depart, violence of the rules are under my watch is unacceptable. Doesn't matter, my job here is done. Shinji? He's out cold. What was that, Hajime? You hit Big Bro with your full strength? We've been together for a week. I thought you called us all as your friends. Did everything that happened this week means nothing to you? Well, it was enjoyable to some extent. At one point, I really did feel like I had some real friends. But why'd you bring us here just to make us kill each other? Kokoro, can you read his mind and find out? My reading is not perfect, and I can be used anytime I desire. I can only tell the general emotion state and the mood of the individual, not their exact thoughts. Okay, so it still has its limitations, but it's still pretty insane. I can't simply understand why he decided to side with the mastermind. What I can tell you right now is that everything Hajime said is the truth. Well. Anyway, sorry for tricking you guys, but I couldn't help it. I can't live on without this plan. What does that mean? Pardon me, Mr. Sonoji and Mr. Makanouchi. Every time you voids get this spotlight, I feel like I'm reduced to a mere bird with no purpose. I can't lie, Monocro. You got aura, but I cannot lie. Mikado and his voids might have triple aura. What the? Yo, this concept in this game is actually crazy. I can't believe they put this in plan of action. Like, we gotta deal with the mastermind Mikado with 3 other voids involved. We are so fucked, and we don't even, I have my roles as a teacher and judge. It seems like the time has come for me to do my job as well. Yes, it seems that I was a bit too hasty in giving my surprise announcement. Without further ado, Mr. Monocro, please begin the grand finale of the class trial.
Very well.
I prepared a very special punishment in this case, for the blackened Hajime Makanouchi, the ultimate boxer. I think that's enough, Mikado. You don't have to go this far. I don't need the punishment, so just tell me the way out and I'll be waiting for you there.
How boring.
I beg your pardon? I'm afraid I don't follow. You are the loser of this trial, and therefore you'll be executed. Whoa. Stop, wait, stop joking around. I was supposed to leave after this. Sure, you wouldn't actually kill me, will you? I will. Huh? Oh my god, even Hajime didn't know that he has an even more elaborate plan. Forgive me, Mr. Makanouchi, but even I cannot bend the rules of this game. Are you not aware that we voids are to participate as a side of the students? I'm certain you have not forgotten that the correctly identified blackened must face execution. I said stop joking around. Very well. Well then, shall we begin? Oh, this is part of the act, right? You're just pretending, right? Farewell, Mr. Makanouchi. I shan't forget you. There's no need to cower and fear like that. Who knows, perhaps if our plan succeeds, a blessing of fortune may be able to resurrect you.
You son of a bitch! Do you think the other 3 are just gonna let you get away with this?
Oh my god, Hajime did not prepare for this. Oh my god, this is crazy.
I'll reveal the entire plan right now!
It's punishment time!
And he's not even gonna let you get a chance to speak. He's taking you right away, right now. This is so much aura. Oh, nah. No way, his jacket too? Super Makanouching machine. No way. This is brutal. And then they blended him into a... Oh no, this game is crazy. No, this game is crazy. No, this is diabolical. This is diabolical.
Good grief.
My apologies again, Mr. Makanochi, but you should have realized, no matter what may befall from you, the voids all have no choice but to obey me without question.
Until we meet again.
Adios, Mr. Makanochi. Thank you for your entertainment. What was that? Is this real? Although he had sided with the mastermind and killed Yuri, the life of a person who had been breathing and alive for a moment had vanished in another. As we witnessed the shocking scene, no one was able to let out a word after the sudden influx of new information.
Hey.
Huh?
Oh, have you finally awoken? Just now, I sensed that something interesting stuff was going on. Anyway, here's what you said. There are 5 masterminds among us, including yourself. Said masterminds are pre-planned to carry out murders if none of us do. And you guys are making us participate in this order to achieve some kind of purpose.
You're amazing.
That would be correct. So then why did you betray your allies? Like the boxer said, I don't think the other 3 are just gonna twiddle their thumbs and do nothing about this. What do you think?
Dangerous.
Mr. Hashimoto, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it not your creed to stay out of the affairs of others, lest it benefits you directly?
Yeah, shit.
I do. It's just out of curiosity. Satisfying my curiosity would directly benefit me, right?
Guess I was
From the
wrong.
moment you revealed yourself as Mastermind on the first day here, I still have yet to figure you out even one bit. I gotta wonder how perfect your plan is for you to be okay with all the ways you're spoiling things. Our business is none of your concern. This applies to the remaining 3 members of the Void as well. I can understand that you may be confounded by my actions today.
How's that?
But as we reach the conclusion of the trial, I ask that you please think over it carefully in your rooms. Whether this is an act of mere betrayal or a sacrifice to the greater good. Oh my god, yo. All the Voids are gonna be in disbelief. And at the same time, all the non-Voids are gonna be like, holy fuck, what, like, we're screwed. Like, we're just done for. After finishing his sentence, Mikado disappeared into flames. Aside from Shobai, the rest of us stood still in class trial room without knowing what or how to speak.
This is stupid.
Is it over? It's about time I'm headed back. Shobai's the only one like, you know something? Void, no voids, I'm gonna just keep doing my thing.
Now then.
Everyone, let's head back to Monocruz. I know this is hard, even Big Sis here is barely standing tall right now. But we need to move on, let's return to Monocruz. Let's go back and think on this.
Dear.
Right, Shinji's still knocked out cold. We need to take her to the infirmary. Alright, Binky Kana, could you help me out? Don't touch me. What? Stay away from me. There are 3 Voids among us. They're all working with the mastermind. I can't trust anyone aside from Kanade. Get out of my sight. What are you talking about? What's more important is... Oh, sis, calm down and think about this first. Shut up. What's your problem? How dare you interrupt your older sister when she's talking? Sorry, please don't be mad at me. What about you, Kanade? What if both of your sisters... What if both of you sisters are members of Void? That's not true.
Are you for real?
Well, that's easy for you to say. Sorry, but as a journalist, I suspect everything I see.
What is it?
Wait, then what about you? Do you have any evidence that you're not part of Void? You know, it's also possible to think that you planned together with Hajime to intentionally muddle up the case. The both of you working together as fellow members of Void. What? Wait, what did you just say? Calm down, you guys. Why are you suddenly fighting? We cannot suspect each other like this. Mikado and Hajime were speaking the truth. It'd be hard to put trust in anyone from now on. Sorry, but can you send you by yourself? Oh my fucking, what is going on? Everyone's trusting each other. If you're going to act like this, I guess I can't trust you guys either. What the, yo, this is, bro, even Emma's like, you know, I don't care about any of y'all either. Like, and my boy Shinji on the ground just needing some help. I can't do this, bro. Hey, why is everyone, it's no use, Setsuka, maybe this is how we were meant to be. We were all afraid of being killed one another from the start. And now that we know there's 3 other masterminds in disguise, it'll be a miracle if things ever went back to the way they were before. Nah, honestly, if I'm in this situation, dog, I'm either trying I'm not gonna trust a living soul here, or I would try to find even a sliver. If I have an idea and confident evidence of the void, all three might have to get murdered at once. I'm dead ass. You know how there's the rule of like, well, there's not even a rule in this game right now. Me, I'd be like, okay, who are the three voids? Yeah, y'all all getting clapped. And then after that, sacrifice myself at that point, because this is ridiculous. It'd be a miracle if things ever went back to the way they were before. What's wrong with you? Sure, Riri and Mac are dead. Yes, 3 of us are on the mastermind side. So what? Should we just give up on everything we built up to this point and start killing each other? Don't you think that's even more ridiculous? Sorry, I may have gone too far. But at least for now, no one's in the right state of mind. But if only Big Bro is awake. Bro, he's not cold. Everyone's going crazy. Roha, how about you? Yo, bro, she wants to throw up, bro. You know how she's like, we gotta stay positive. We are in negativity mode now, bro. We are in the negative zone. Oh man, Setsuka. Rara, let's go. We should take Shinji to the infirmary. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll gladly help you. Your dramatic scene was like the perfect summary of how infectious disease becomes a pandemic. Some of our bonds were already unstable from the start. This class trial just hammered the final nail in the coffin. Even Setsuka, who was trying to encourage everyone, deep behind her words could lie some form of distress in us. Our lives together will never be the same thanks to this class trial. All that was left was the impact of a small seed named Void that Mikado had left behind. Oh man. After carrying Shinji to the infirmary with Setsuka, I silently left to the mountain cruise on my own. Sometime in past night has arrived, but the chaos still remained in the mountain cruise. A chaos where you can't trust anyone, a chaos where your only ally is yourself. The prevailing distress that we were currently feeling could easily lead to a murder while I walk around the beach now. Is there even anything that I can do about it? In my current state of affairs, all I can do is just watch as the chaos unfold. To avoid being lost inside the turmoil, I strolled along the night seashore in silence. Who am I? Who am I to have to go through all these events at this place? If anyone out there knows the answer, please tell me. What? What was that sound just now? Through the sound of wind and the waves of the night, I hear a man's voice. Ignoring my overwhelming anxiety from hearing the sudden voice, I approached the original sound. And there I found. Yes! Yes!
It's that person?
My guy Teruya survived. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm happy this man lived, but now he's probably gonna join us. Oh my god, Teruya survived. Let's go. The wolf smiles quietly in the herd, and oh my god, Teruya, yo. Oh my god. This is crazy, bro. I changed Hajime's champion's belt. Would you like to save? Yes. You have officially reached in. Okay, so I'll probably have to and see you near the future with love. Okay, so I gotta move this save over to chapter 2. I'm assuming, but wow. So maybe I was wrong. I should actually. So I just gotta go and move that file over to the chapter 2 version. I think should be fine, but. Yo, dog, that was amazing. I'm honestly just still in disbelief. I'm in disbelief of all this. So I can't wait to get chapter 2 started. And that was a great list of English voice actors, bro. It was phenomenal. So I really can't wait to get back into the swing of things. If you did watch this entire video, I really want to thank you so much, because Super Danganronpa Another 2 is absolute peak. This game is cinema, literal cinema. What a phenomenal trial, brother. Like, that trial was so fire. So I cannot wait to continue on and play chapter 2. And for Hajime to go, Yuri was just the perfect target because he just had to say, I'll let any woman kill me. I can't believe they had someone like that, but hey. And now they have to fight the battle of 3 other voids, including Mikado as the 4th. Man, this is, I don't even know what to expect anymore. So I think I'm done rambling. So thank you very much again for watching this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.